Stream has started. I'm boomering already. Here we go. Boomer. Hello, viewer. Today is Wednesday, June, or is it June the 19th? You know what we're talking about today. It's the Acolyte Season 1, Episode 4, Roast. I am Mr. Brune, and I hope you are all doing very well today. Yeah, it's just the Acolyte, folks. Oh, God almighty, it was tedious. But anyway, as I always say, there is lots to get through. I've no script. I'm shit without a script. Sorry, everybody. Should we just get the guests out? Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so let me look at my screen. So, first up, he's the jester from Leicester. It is sporting a new attire. It is Republic Enemy. Hello there. And he's muted. Hello.
Hello, Brown. Hello,
Get off the internet. Pay attention. Are you well, my friend?
Yes, I'm piddling around with my microphone settings. What?
Okay. How's the bakery this week?
I've taken a break from baking goods. Instead, I've decided to, instead of writing up a commercial, I've written something else, Brown.
We would like to hear it, if that's okay.
I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. If life threads tangle, I won't come undone. I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. She twists the weave, a perversion of the force, but I'll stitch my destiny and stay on course. Yeah. I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. The power of one, the power of two. Lesbians sizzling what's true. The broomsticks or holding just threads in the fray. I'll sow my fate, come what may. I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one. Yeah, I got 66 problems, but a witch ain't one.
I'm fucking crying.
I'm out, fools. Hey, witches, bring me my biscuit.
Fucking hell, I'm crying. That's really good, that, right? Well done. Should we get the next guest out?
Yes, we need to subject them to today's evil episode.
When's that been released? Do we know?
As soon as we get past the copyright takedown.
Perhaps we should, you know that I do music occasionally. Perhaps we should knock something up between us. That might be quite good.
Yes, I could do with a few extra pennies, Brown. My product credits are running low.
Same here. But anyway, it's great to have you on, mate. Should we get the next peep out? That's a yes. Oh, look who it is, everybody. He's been slagging around this week. It is Professor Artoo.
Straight out of Coruscant, y'all.
Oh, my God. Here you go. Should we show it? I'm going to go big screen, everybody. Chat, get ready. What is this? It's more like it's more like Doctor Who, you know, when he appeared out of his bollocks.
A little bit, yes.
Oh, God. Anyway, yes. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you.
Are you looking forward to this?
No. It's the Acolyte. How can I possibly look forward to it? No, yes, let's get into it. Let's tear this
very
apart.
Dark. Conjoined Artoo. Very dark. It's great to have you on, mate. Should we get the next peep out? Hey, sure, buddy. Yes. Should we get him out? He's the golden reach around droid of choice. It is Zee-ThreePIO back from his droid vid.
Oh, and it's good to be back. I'm feeling
Hello,
much
my
better,
friend.
thank you.
How are you?
Hello. I'm very good, surviving my chance encounter with a burly Imperial lifting robot in a seedy backstreet droid cantina on the dirtiest levels of Coruscant left me with a nasty case of the droid vids, I'm afraid.
How many oil baths did you have?
I'm still getting the bits out.
Did you shut down for at least 2 weeks?
I did shut down for 2 weeks, and I still have the tail end of a nasty cough.
You've been missed, my friend. It's great to have you back.
It's great to be back.
Shall we get the next peep out?
Oh, let's.
God, I'm useless without a script, even though it's just on the back of a fag packet. But anyway, we see the good inside our next guest. It is the Dark Sith Lord, Little Platoon.
Hello.
Hello there.
Well, that killed everything.
It's
dead,
great to have
didn't
you on,
it?
my friend. Shall we get the next guest out?
Do it.
Do it. There is another. Who can do that? Who's a good Yoda? Nobody.
There's another.
And he's muted.
He's off.
He was
getting
getting
himself
some
another
rum.
rum and
Maybe
coke.
He's still getting rum, probably.
And he's muted.
Oh.
Hello.
you missed my guitar intro. Oh no, I'll do it again if you want. Here we go, Brown.
Please.
I wrote this one just for you.
Just bear with me. Hold on.
I am the one and only. Dun 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 dun. Call me a roundhead or call me a bad director. I put the fans through it. I'll still be doing it the way I do it. And when you try to make me forget about my trilogy, don't tell me the fans know best. I'm not the same as all the rest. I am Ruin Johnson. Dun, 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 nobody I'd rather be. I am Ruin Johnson. You can't take my trilogy away from me. Hello and welcome. How are we doing, folks?
I thought you were going to say you can't take my man baby away from me.
Well, you're my favourite man, baby Brown. Although
thank
you
you,
are
man.
a lycra-clad cyclist and a vegan, so you know.
It's not a good
I don't know.
combination, is it?
How
That
much
was
more of
so
a
pitch
TW80?
perfect, Ruin. I thought we were going to get copyright struck for a second.
Ruin, how many death threats this week?
3 this week. 3. Well, not all death threats, just three violent threats in my DMs. I made the mistake of venturing into my DMs, and I noticed something, and I clicked on it, and holy fuck, I seem to upset some people. Oh dear.
Oh,
But
dear.
anyway, it's okay. What are they gonna do?
Well, I don't know. Wasn't what's his face? Was it Pablo? Whatever his name is.
Jay Goodwin was one of them. No. I know Z, and God bless him. Z really wants me to reveal the culprit, but after Brian the arsehole Young, not our Brian, but the actual Brian Young, doxed me, and I wouldn't do that to someone else, even though they're an absolute arsehole. But anyway, we're back, Brown. Acolyte, episode 4, and I don't know about everyone else, but I'm really looking forward to seeing this Wookiee. They teased it at the end of last episode.
Man.
I can't wait to see what he does.
Wookiee with a lightsaber. Who doesn't want to see that?
Oh, amazing.
It would be absolutely fantastic. Finally on screen canon.
Oh,
I've been waiting for it since at least the prequels. I mean, it's been probably like 20, almost like 25, 30 years. I've really wanted to see this. I was really excited. And I
Really?
can't wait for us to get to it. Yeah. Wookiees with lightsabers. Like, can you imagine anything cooler than that?
I don't know.
It's it's just gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
okay.
We got Dark Side of the Wookiee in as well tonight. I don't know if that's Dark Side of the Walk, but
It's, I'm probably on 10 minutes, yes.
Go on
Do
then,
we want
Brown.
to do
Do the
this? No.
legals.
Okay, I'll do this is going to be good, folks. I can feel it in my kidney stones. Okay, so
You can feel it in
Acolyte,
his prostate.
episode 4, folks. Yeah. Please like, share, subscribe. Please, 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 please press the thumbs up at the end. Please get the algorithm working for us, folks. We need that. We need that thumbs up pressing. Donate the channel if you're that way inclined. Z, I do believe we've got a recap.
We have, yes.
Oh yes. Do you want me to pop it up there, my friend?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
And what about the recap?
That's what she said.
Yes.
Black Girl Magic. We find out that Osha and May are a product of the Thread, a 20% different version of the Force that doesn't require Disney Lucasfilm paying George Lucas any royalties and subverting the birth of Anakin Skywalker in the process. The twins are born to lesbian space witches who burn far more efficiently than normal witches, and when their home carved into solid rock inexplicably turns into charcoal briquettes and everyone is killed, Osha and May are separated, each thinking the other dead. Years later, May is seeking revenge on the Jedi.
Hold on.
Bloody
Sorry.
hell, Brown.
One fucking job, Brown.
I know, right? Years later, May is seeking revenge on the Jedi she feels are responsible for the tragedy and is murdering them one by one, except the white guy who self-deleted and died of cringe. We head to the planet Kofar, where Wookiee Jedi Master Cal Naka awaits his fate, and Leslie Showrunner Headland fucking can't say it, says, "Hold my beer," as she sets fire to another page of Star Wars lore.
Yay.
Oh, I fell apart at the end there. It's all
Oh.
been ruined.
Oh.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back, Z.
I like that we've added to Star Wars lore that lesbians burn more readily than other kinds of women.
Well, I think we should find out one day. Maybe Brownie could live stream it.
Nobody's ever. You know, I'm very big on the attention to detail, don't you?
Are you?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
You are?
yeah, 24 hours Attack of the Clones, yeah, would suggest so.
What was your number one top thing in 2023, Brown?
It was.
His prostate examination.
It was. What's that program called?
It was your tutor contacting you via Facebook, wasn't it, Brown?
I don't go on Facebook. What was that? Arcane, great program.
It was Arcane,
my
yeah,
number one.
From 2 years previously.
Well, why was everybody talking about it like it was on that year?
Because it's that good.
Oh, well, it was technically the number one then. Okay.
Fair enough. Moving
Ruin, do you want to? Shall I get the starting slide?
Guess
up?
out. Get the guess out. Oh, get the slide up. Yes, there we go. Well, here we go, man, babies. Now, last week, wow. And I am, Z, get yourself lubricated because I'm going to come
keep cutting
straight
out,
to
by the
you
way.
because we've missed Z. We've had 3 episodes of The Acolyte, and last week's was a right old doozy. So I can't wait to see what Z thinks of the previous 3 weeks. But look, we got to an exciting point. We had the crazy lesbian chanting witches and all kinds of bullshit, and then it teased us with this Wookiee, this fabulous Jedi Wookiee. Wow, can't wait to see more of him. So we roll the Star Wars logo, and while I'm teeing things up, Z, please. The man babies, all 239 of them in the chat, cannot wait to hear your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Acolyte. Do, pray, tell us, Z.
I don't know what to think. I honestly don't. This was reviewed and approved by supposed professional people. They read it and went, yeah, this is a smash hit. Every single episode that goes by, I think can't get any worse.
There's 4 episodes left.
I know. And somehow, in each subsequent episode, my expectations are subverted, and they absolutely do get worse. I'm at a loss for words. This is not just some of the worst Star Wars that I've seen. It's some of the worst television I've ever seen.
Really?
I absolutely despise this. It's an absolute abortion in the eyes and an assault on the brain. Whoever made this should fuck off.
Well, there we go. We asked for his opinion, and he's not holding back. Yeah, I've got to say, how am I sounding now, Brown, by the way? Because I've took the mic out my
It's
horse.
okay.
Is that any
Yeah,
better?
it's not broken up yet, no.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to say, today was a slog. When Brownie sent me the how can we say it? Sailing
Disney
on the
Plus
High Seas,
subscription.
link to the stream.
When
Yeah,
Brown
that's
bought
the
you your
one.
Disney Plus
All legal
subscription, when
above
you
board.
watched
And
it legally and you paid your
Legally.
dues and everything is
Yeah,
completely above board.
I
Correct.
signed up for Disney
Thanks, Lord.
Plus, tax deductible, everybody.
And it's all above board, all taxed and accounted for, tickety-boo. But when I watched it via the illegal link that Brown sent me, ripped online, illegally downloaded and distributed, that makes him a
I nearly forgot
distributor.
to send it to everybody, by the way.
Oh, you're admitting to it now. You've verbally admitted to malpractice and distribution, which I believe under the US law carries a sentence of 25 years, which will put Brown over the old ton when he finally gets out of prison. But anyway, Brown, we won't linger on this. When I watched it today, even though it was only a very short episode, I think it clocked in 30 minutes, and that's including the bloody credits. It was a real slog. What the fuck's going
The
on?
slides were awful as well.
How can something so expensive, and we should be at the peak of the excitement here, we're midway through, how can it be so fucking boring? But anyway, we'll find out in due course. So where are we now? Kofar. Kofar, you say Kofar, I say Kofar. Anyway, Kofar, here we go. And it appears to be a jungly planet, and I believe, well, let's ask Artoo. Let's bring Artoo. Artoo, is this is Kalnaka's ball sack hut, isn't it? For want of a better phrase.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his house or some relic or a crashed spaceship. You're not really brought to know exactly what it is that we're headed into, but yeah, it clearly has some sort of living space inside of it that's more than just a cave. So, yeah.
Is it a Wookiee cave? Like a man cave, Wookiee cave. Moving on.
It's a crashed spaceship.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, we learn in the episode that it crashed a year ago, and the Jedi just thought, oh, he's probably fine. And so they never went to find him. Except that they do know where he is because they've been trying to contact him to warn him that an incompetent person is coming to try and kill him. Which laughably, the episode blurb on Disney Plus calls May a clever assassin, which is really funny because she's not that at all. But yeah, just by saying it doesn't make it true. So they've tried. They know he crashed. They know it was a year ago. He hasn't been talking to them for a whole year. They haven't tried to find him. They have tried to radio him in the last sort of 5 minutes, but he hasn't responded to that either. So that's sort of the incompetent premise that we've begun with. He also has rediscovered his robes, I think, at some point, because at the end of episode 2, he's not wearing them, and in this one he is. So that's just a minor point of continuity, which I'm pointing out, because why the fuck not?
Maybe he does his chores naked. You don't know.
He just got naked to scare away the two people who were coming along. That's what he does. When people come along his spaceship and to scare them, where he strips off and waves his balls at them.
He gets his red rocket out.
Maybe he's only got one set of robes and they were in the wash at that moment.
We're in the wash.
Well, look, the question we all want to know is, and Z alluded to it, and our old friend Nissan Dong has asked it, does Kalnaka have a human dick or a red rocket?
A red rocket.
Red rocket.
This is
red
established.
rocket?
This is, without question.
Is it law? Is it canon?
It is. It's from when we were reviewing. Was it Mando? I think we established this.
Yeah. There you go, folks. So before they update Wikipedia and change the facts, it's he's officially got a red rocket. There we go. So I didn't get this bit. I've got to be honest. I was already kind of zoning out. But what's the significance of this? Whatever he's looking at here. Does anyone know?
These are the same. These are the same patterns that we saw tattooed on the witches in the previous episode. So there's some sort of connection here that we're supposed to understand, but don't.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a dangleberry, a dingleberry, a MacGuffin, or something like that.
Or it's just something they put there, and then they're never going to tell us what the hell it means.
Well, probably. Yeah. Okay, so we're done with that planet.
Oh, we missed the part that they showed that Kelnaka is very clearly a vegan.
Oh,
there was absolutely no meat whatsoever in that plate there. So we know why he's such a puss living out in the middle of the woods.
Does he cycle?
Apologies to all the vegans in the chat.
Ruin, did we establish the rules of the drinking game this evening?
No, we absolutely did not. And someone reminded us in the chat, and we still just chat all over it. So, okay, let's start again. Brown, take us all off the stream and introduce everyone. We'll
okay,
start.
I'll just end it, everybody. We'll spank it in.
Yep.
Okay, well, Plutz, what are you going to say? What's our cue for having a little drink tonight? I will say I'm already 3 double rum and cokes in. What are you going to dump 3 dumps in? Plutz.
Every time a character decides at some point midway through the episode that they are going to start doing the opposite of the thing that they've been trying to do for their entire lives for no reason at all. Which is basically every character in the show. On the subject of the drinking game, I did just realize I bought a bottle in and no glass, and it is not one of those sorts of evenings.
What?
So I'm going to go and get a glass. I'll be back.
Go! God damn it! Okay, okay, very clever from Plutz. Wouldn't expect any less. Nice submission from Kerry Antos. If you see someone with a Rick James haircut, 2 fingers. Where'd you put the 2 fingers? That's what I want to know. Brownie, well, let's get you involved. What do you want to do for the drinking game?
I'm just gonna pronouns.
Pronouns. Oh, any pronouns at all, or special pronouns?
Just pronouns.
Just general pronouns. Anytime you had a pronoun, folks. Okay. Kippers, what would you like to introduce?
I would say anytime, or every time rather, Leslie Headland's writing completely disregards canon.
Oh, Jesus.
Several retrospective bottles of ale need to be necked for that one, but okay, fair enough. And Artoo, what would you like to submit?
Let's see. Well, there's already going to be a lot of drinking going on with some of these others.
There always is.
How about every time Amandla Stenberg displays a genuine emotion?
Oh, brutal. Okay.
Super.
I'm going to be going stone cold sober on that one.
And Z, finally, what would you like to have? Straight to.
Every time Jackie gives Osha fuck me eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a bit of that, wasn't there?
Excellent.
There was a lot of that.
Oh yes.
Okay, I'll just throw in every time you see some swingling dangle dingleberry shitlocks on screen, have a little drink there, folks. Why don't you?
Should we do some super chats?
Right,
it's Blue.
Oh, you want to do super chats already? Well, it almost feels like some kind of professional outfit you've got going, Brown. What's going on?
Before you do that, can I get a quick definition of swinging jangleberry, whatever the fuck? So the thing you just said was, so I know when I'm supposed to be drinking.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, imagine a Wookiee shits himself, has nothing to wipe it away with. It's a messy one. He's had the old tikka masala the night before, and it's all congealed, and it's all dingling, dangling, swaying around. Use your imagination, Plutz. That's what we're talking. Picture that, put it on someone's head, and that's the kind of haircut we're talking about. So if you see one of those, take a drink.
Gotcha.
Okay.
should
Super chats go, Brown.
Shall I do them? Okay.
Mike. Yeah.
Okay. Tom has some thoughts. Wrenched for $5. Brown, if you refer to the Acolyte season 1, I insist you read the season 1 with much more ironic tone. I think it's going to be the only season.
Yeah, you can insert some quotes in there when you read it. Quote, season 1, unquote.
Yes. Robman Series TV for €5. Thank you, my friend. Had my final exam in German today, and I guarantee you watching this shite was much more difficult.
That's interesting.
Thank you, my friend. I hope you pass.
Punishing.
But should we ask him to send it again in German just to see if he has passed?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
good call. Yeah.
Well,
Ruben,
we are
your
missing
mate.
Mega Geek a bit tonight, so I would say Scheisse.
Ruin, it's your mate.
Oh, it's my old mate, Girth Knight. Well, he sent us 1 cent short of a $5 note, and he said, "That was an amazing intro, Ruin. They'll never take your trilogy away. It lives in the hearts and minds of real Star Wars fans. Thank you, Girth, and all the fans who support me in my quest for a trilogy coming to a Disney Plus near you very soon." You got anything else up your sleeve, Brown, or do you want to get back to your old...
Are you up for a bit of singing?
dance around the ankles? Always, you know I am. Yes. Okay, let me just take this in because I like to give it a bit of a.
Sorry. Go.
Okay, someone help me out. Already, I'm
the Pengu Pete for $20.
What's the song? I don't even know the song.
Oh,
Go, you're gonna have to do it, Brown. Go on.
Oh, sir, ma'am, take me by the hand, lead me to headland. Do you understand? Ocean Man.
I don't think that's the tune, isn't it? Ocean Man.
Yeah, it's Ocean Man.
Yeah, it wasn't Ocean Man. That was something else.
Ocean Man.
I feel a refund.
By the hand, lead me to... I can't do the thingy. Well, where's probably where we need him?
Quick, play Akbar's theme.
Go on, who can do this before I die of embarrassment?
Oh, no, you were doing fine. Carry on.
No, go ahead. You do you, Brown.
Keep on going.
Okay. Ocean Man, take me by the hand, lead... it's this bit I stumble. Lead me to headland.
This is fucking worse than watching The Acolyte. Come on, Brown, get it together.
Ocean Man. Voyage of the Corner of the Kofa is a real trip, Ocean Man. Created by a black mom, a witch, not a man. Kelnaka died in the land. I butchered that, but cheers, my friend.
You murdered that.
Where's probably where we need him? Sorry, folks.
Pengu Pete, he'll be sending you $20 by mail. You'll get that.
Yeah, we apologise, Pengu Pete. But hey, you got your money's worth there. You had a few stabs at that.
Why do they do this every episode? Why do they have the planet name on the intro? We know where this is.
But Leslie Heslin doesn't.
This is one of the most recognizable planets in the entire Star Wars universe. We've been here several times already. We know what it is. Stop telling us. What's the point?
Yes.
Well, it's in the spirit of spoon feeding the audience. You see, we have to tell them exactly where they are. The characters have to tell people what they're doing, what they're thinking. Yes, this is just the way it rolls.
What we already know. I'm getting that a lot.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Coruscant. Who wants to chip in?
I was just going to say, we know that the creaking sound is actually coming from Brown's ass, not the chair. But we do have to label it just for people to know. Yeah.
There we go, folks. It's he's going to buy a new chair one of these days. You never know. And now for a second, I thought we were going to have lightsabers. But so we got Padawan training, haven't we? Brown... Do you want to give a score? Oh, you've gone early. Okay, he's gone early, folks. He's gone early. She's 14, everybody. She's 14.
I was going to ask because I wasn't sure how to interpret whether or not OSHA. I keep wanting to call it Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Whether or not OSHA actually does want to fuck her, so the age seemed like quite an important thing to establish. And I'm assuming then the answer is no, because even Disney wouldn't go that far. I do like, though, that like they're wielding kendo sticks here when, again, Attack of the Clones clearly establishes that 5-year-olds are given lightsabers. So I don't know what they're doing with these.
Well, do we know what the age of consent is on
Coruscant?
Yeah.
Or something.
Anybody?
No, but
what planet is Coruscant?
If you're a Yoda species, anything over 600 is fair game, apparently.
What planet is Coruscant?
Brownie. Always trying to get round the law, aren't you, Brown?
Don't know, but they look like they're going for a rumble with some pool sticks, don't they? Smack someone over the head with a cue.
Who's got the best pose there, Z? Because there's some dodgy shit going on in the background, isn't there?
Like your mic's dodgy tonight. This room.
Oh, really?
None of
it
them.
just keeps cutting out.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
None of them look like they've got any kind of form whatsoever. Pretty stunning.
This kind of scene. This really shows me where the 180 million is invested, doesn't it? It's just fantastic. The costumes, everything.
Well, this set they used it on Obi, did they? I don't know.
Probably the one with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Doing the yeah,
quite probably the same room, or where the younglings were at the start of Obi-Wan.
Yes,
probably the similar room to that. But they swing these around like they're majorettes, not like they've actually got a weapon.
I mean, these are active field Jedi, right? Because they're being taken out on missions, so they should have built their own lightsabers by now. So therefore, they are trusted with lightsabers. Why aren't they using lightsabers?
I will say that the previous 2 slides ago now is very good sex advice, but that's
sorry.
As you're going to get.
No, Brown, calm your ass down, Brown. We haven't got much to work with tonight, Brown. You can't go rushing this shit.
Someone
311 man babies in the chat, by the way.
Someone mentioned in the chat, is that a giant Wookiee lipstick in the background?
No, just pleased to see you, everybody.
It's the Liam Neeson's dong, obviously.
As soon as I saw this Jedi Master here, I just thought, oh, 2 red flags straight away. Actually, 3. He's white, he's male, and he's a ginger. So I just got to wait for him to either be evil or killed off.
Clearly not to be listening to.
I know you don't. Sorry, Artoo. I better be good though. Go on, Artoo.
No, I said it's just clearly not to be listened to. Obviously, any knowledge he has to convey is not going to be valuable to any of these women.
The whitest of white males, of course. He's we can ignore him. Brownie, I was just going to say, I know you're. We had a look at your demographics, didn't we? And basically, your average fan is white male, either British or American.
No, it's American.
American, about 45 to 50 years old. Male, obviously.
No, 35 to 45.
No,
are the most viewed male demographic.
Well, but they're lying about their age. But look, we've got another female viewer here, and she's wrenched. Do we know this person, Lady Erin D?
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Hello, Lady Erin
D. She's as Eels versus Babyface mod. And I think she's on Nerdrotic as well. I may be wrong, but hello.
Okay. Well, hello to Lady Erin D. How's she got a wrench, Brown? Is that something you've supplied?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. It's good that.
I think it's because she was a mod with the big super mod, as it were.
I know we did say that there's not a huge amount to work with in this episode. I think maybe the origin story of every wrench in the chat might be filling time a bit.
Well, let's go on to wrench number 12, Jaden Smith eyes for $10.
Jaden's been here a long time.
He's got Jaden Smith eyes. I'd love to hear Plute sing that. Any chance, Plutes?
No.
We'll work on it, folks. Jaden Smith eyes. Wrenched for $10 says, Brown asking age of consent while Padawans are training. He is, I guess. Oh, Brownie.
Oh, ruin.
Oh, well. And here she is now. I've lost track. Is this the good one? Is this the evil one?
The
Or is this
good
Rick
one.
James?
Yes.
Let's
Yeah,
call it
there's
the
a
good
twist.
this
one.
one is one
The
of them.
good one. Okay. Okay.
Showing,
Well,
showing
she's-
some real genuine emotion. We're really feeling where she is at this moment.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna just very quickly, just to establish this, because I know that the Acolyte isn't going to do it, and the Acolyte sort of hopes that you forget everything that happens in the episode previous. But like when we last saw these people, it was episode 2. They had just confronted May, and Osha here was champing at the bit to go and take on May herself because she had decided that even though earlier in the episode she wasn't angry, that she was really angry after all, so she wanted to go and confront her. May escaped, and we were told that we were in a terrible rush because May is going to go and kill another Jedi, and then Green Bean said, no, you have to come back to Coruscant to at least chat about it first for no fucking reason. But now, as of this episode, nobody's in a rush. They're just having a chat. They've been here for some inexplicable amount of time, and Osha has decided that it's absolutely fine. She's not that interested in May. She's just going to leave and go her own way, even though in the last episode she was really angry and wanted to take her on. So that's great. I love myself some character continuity across episodes. Always something I look for. And we've had none of it, which is fantastic.
Okay.
It's tickling Brown's dingleberries. Brownie, while we've got you, we have, we're obviously a channel of facts and information and accuracy. And our main go-to source is Wikipedia because they never change things up. They always keep it real. Brownie, would you read out this fact that someone supplied direct from Wikipedia about this character? It's our old mate. Here we go.
In the chat, miserable ochre with bad wig.
That's the official Wikipedia character description. There we go. Okay, thanks. He's on the ball as always. Okay, back to Ginger Jedi.
Maximize your defenses without need to strike.
He feels like he's more the bad cop than the old the soul good cop, doesn't he? He's a bit of a taskmaster, this guy. Zee, I must come back to you because Zee, I'm going to probe you if you don't mind that turn of phrase.
Me ruin.
Zee, what do you make of the costuming in this?
This is exactly what I was going to say next. The costume designer for this series needs shooting. Every single one of these looks fucking identical. And if you go back to the youngling scene that we were talking about in Attack of the Clones, they all have different costumes. And every single one of these looks like it was purchased from a fancy dress shop.
Probably was.
Yeah, it is rather cheap, isn't it?
Cheaper.
It's like they designed one and said, make 20 of these in different sizes.
Bought out a Spirit Halloween.
What if they just went down Forbidden Planets and bought their entire stock?
Generic Jedi costume.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're all wearing.
Other geeky stores are available just for the interest of balance and political correctness. Okay, so the Padawans continue to train. Obviously, the Padawans, they're all probably range between 9 and 12. Brown fancies the one on the right there, just for clarification. And
did anybody ever say what the age of consent is on Coruscant?
Let's get internet help desk on the fact there, if you could, please.
It must be species dependent, right? Because like, if you said it at 16 and then you have a species on Coruscant that's like, but I only live until I'm 5, then they'll never have, they can't ever have sex. They'll just die. So it must be sort of species dependent.
How long is 1 year on Coruscant though? Obviously over here on
I think that's less important.
365 days over here.
Grogu is how Grogu is 60 years old.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't fuck it because it's still a baby. Well, you might, Brown, but I mean, most normal people wouldn't. So,
but what if the rotation of the planet that Coruscant is on, say, is like 700 Earth days? So that's a year.
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's not.
Yeah, this is how
Brown, your
boring
lawyer
this
said.
That's how boring this episode
Brown,
is.
Your lawyer told you to say no comments. You just get yourself into trouble when you start explaining it. Anyway, Wayfarer Project says, Dingleberry Dome drink. Oh,
It's
God,
terrible,
really
isn't it? Her haircut looks like a pile of spicy knickknacks have been thrown on her head.
Now you've made me hungry. Z, I'm going to come back to you, Z.
Yes.
Obviously, this is one big, hot, steaming plate of piss. But are there any redeeming features, any redeeming performances? Anything, Z, you can pull from this pile of feces?
Well, I don't mind Master Squid Game, but everything else is just a bit meh. It's like amateur dramatics, and they've been given a budget, and that budget is almost double. Godzilla -1, and they've done 8 episodes. Where is the money gone? I just don't understand.
Catering.
What catering? What the fuck are they eating?
Vegan
gold-plated pizza.
Well, you saw the Fat Jedi, didn't you?
Yeah, that's probably where it all went.
Yeah,
the soy is flowing.
I mean, when you really do start to think about budget, I think you just have to compare like with like. And so if we're really going to say, okay, well, this is how much the TV show is and per episode and whatever, just look at something like House of the Dragon, also made for a streaming service. That show is, those episodes are twice as long as these, sometimes three times as long, as short as these are. And it costs less per episode than this did. And it's getting way better ratings. So it's disaster. It's just terrible.
How is the guy? Question for you Artoo, actually, while we've got you on a roll. How is the guy who only just learned the English language a mere 2 or 3 months ago somehow the best actor among a cast of people who've been speaking the fucking language their whole lives? I mean, what's going on there? What's your thoughts?
My only guess is that he's the only actual actor that they hired. I think the rest of them are just sort of faking it, or something.
Daphne Keene's all right.
Daphne Keene's all right. Yeah, she hasn't been in too much of the show up until now, just bits and pieces here. But I mean, I think he's just committed. He's committed to the role. He wants to do a good job, and he wants to make a good impression. And I think a lot of the rest of them are just here to cash a paycheck.
There's probably also something to do with the fact that, he came up in a society where you do actually have to be good at your job to get a better job, as opposed to you can just be picked because you look like the right person, or your skin color is right, or you're the right gender. So he's actually had some training.
Or it's who as well.
Naively, you turned up to America thinking that actually putting in work was an essential aspect of a $180 million Star Wars show, when he really just could have turned up and done fuck all, like most of them do. Oh, so Osha here has just said a few slides ago, because we keep skipping ahead, even though there's absolutely nothing to skip ahead to, that she's done what she came here to do.
Which was?
Nothing. She didn't come here to do anything. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, she was picked up because she was arrested, and then she was rescued because she walked herself off a cliff, and then they took her along even though she didn't really want to go, to find May. And now she's saying, no, I have to go now. My planet needs me. I've done what I came here to do. But you didn't do anything. You haven't done anything, and you didn't come here to do anything. So what is this dialogue coming from?
Yeah, I mean, God forbid we have to get back to this goddamn show. But you're right, Lordy. There's weird twists and turns. It's almost like they're making this shit up, but they're pulling this out their arse as they go, isn't it? I mean, it's characters don't seem to follow any particular thread, and I don't know. It's all very strange, but
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the gist of this conversation. Go on, whoever's chirping in.
That was me, Ruin. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they're even letting this girl go, because she's a liability, no matter what. She could either be picked off by whoever this bad guy is that's killing people, or she could be in league with the bad person, and secretly, it's just a wild card. You don't know what's going on. You'd think they'd keep an eye on her, but then these people aren't safeguarding any of the Jedi that were involved in this incident either. They're just letting this assassin run riot and not and not sort of guarding them or trying to trap this assassin. The whole thing is just ludicrously illogical.
There's a safeguarding nightmare as well, because, you know, what happens if you go there and you take her along to try and find her twin sister, whom everyone keeps mistaking her for, and something goes wrong and, like, there's a firefight, and she runs out from around a corner and someone thinks, oh, shit, it's the bad guy, and kills her.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, my God.
No, we made a mistake.
I'd love to see that. That'd be great.
There go the police killing another innocent black person. Oh, no.
Internet help desk. Mute your notification swappers.
Bong.
Bong.
Long.
It's going
Well,
really well, isn't it?
For a 30-minute episode, there is an awful lot of boring arse, long-winded nothingness chat going on, isn't there? But and this is one of them. So basically, the gist of it is she's well. She's not going to stay and help. She's going, isn't she? That's effectively where we ended up with this. Losing the fucking will to live, if I'm honest. 360 man babies in the chats. So maybe Kippers, why don't you come in and just tell me who the guy in the white cloak is in the background?
I don't know, but he's having a piss up against the wall.
Is it like that soup? You know that you know the Rangs of Power video where there's the bloke in the background having a piss. You know the promo
This is
video.
so much like this is so much like the production values for that show, isn't it? It's like cost $1 billion to make, and none of it shows on screen whatsoever. And this is exactly like that. It even like feels visually exactly like that too. So really low effort. Jimmy Savile, for fuck's sake.
There's the demonetization, folks. Brownie, you've got a super chat from one of your besties. Here you go. Deal with this.
Obi-Wan Darkside for €5. Given it's a show by laser beams, can we say frothing at the gosh instead of chomping at the bit? Yeah, of course you can. Frothing at the gosh.
So, at this point here, am I right in thinking that she's just found out that the sister that she thought was always dead is now in fact alive?
She's going.
And she's just going, well, that's me done. I'm fucking off now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's oh.
I'm reading that right?
Yes.
You
Yep,
are, mate.
exactly
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
That's exactly right.
Is that good or bad then, Lord?
Bad.
How so?
Because it makes why one of those things that sort of doesn't really need to be explained. Why, like, you come across your long lost sister whom you presume dead all this time, and your immediate response in episode 2 is, I fucking hate you, I'm going to go and confront you. And then it's, I don't really care, it's your problem, Jedi, I'm going to leave, I don't need to find out anything else about this, it's good. Because it also suggests that nothing has happened in the interim, because this show has a permanent problem with time. So it also means that none of these conversations have had on the journey back to Coruscant or while they've been on Coruscant, and the implication is they've been here for a while because Jackie's doing training with kendo sticks and Sol's downstairs having a chat with Greenbean, and they've been there for ages. But no one has actually addressed anything in the off-screen period when this really should have come up. And anyway, it shouldn't have come up in this way because her motive should never be, nah, you know what, I don't really care about the fact that my long-dead sister is actually alive and trying to kill you.
Okay.
And this is when she bribes a 14-year-old girl with the offer of drink.
And potentially fucking scissoring. Oh, are they hinting at the a little bit then?
I don't know. They could just be completely incompetent. And no, sorry, they could be. They are just completely incompetent. Because like there was the scene in episode, I think it was episode 2, when Osha talks about how flexible she is, and people are like, is she flirting with a Padawan? And I was thinking, well, yeah, it could just be the writers attempting to make her jocular and disarmingly charming. Or it could be flirting, who knows? But then this one is like, oh no, next time I'm back, we'll go to a cantina and get a proper drink. And it's like, but she's a child, and that does sound flirtatious. So what's going on?
Are there always sexual undertones to Disney Star Wars nowadays? Do you think? Especially this?
No. I mean, someone else, please correct me, but my like Ahsoka in particular suffered from the lack of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think it's particularly a Leslie Headland thing that just has to be inserted in there somewhere.
Okay. So it's just she's just going through all this bullshit. Why you mourn the years lost between the two of you, and then she just wants to fuck off, basically. Someone must find May before she does any more harm. So why doesn't she want to find May?
Plot
Look,
armor.
she's seen her. That's
Anybody?
sufficient.
Oh, so that's it then.
Yeah, she's seen her alive. That's all that matters now.
Yes. Yeah.
No further requirements.
Yeah. Well, I know she's alive, so I guess I can move on with my life.
Yeah. Finally put her to rest.
But she's a twin sister, so
Yes.
isn't blood thicker than water then in this universe?
Yes. So beware of thick relatives.
it is quite mad though, like, for a show which actively states overtly every motive a character has, it's still incomprehensible. It's like they will tell you exactly what they're supposed to be thinking, but you still don't really know what the fuck they're thinking.
Well, I know what she's thinking. This one is fucking scissoring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brownie, don't bring your
She's giving her
tainted
the eyes.
dreams
Time
into
for-
our live stream.
You're gonna have to drink now. She's giving the eyes.
Drink.
Oh, yeah, drink, everybody.
This whole scene was just, I was cringing so badly watching it. If I cared about Star Wars anymore at all, I'd probably be cringing twice as bad. But this was a masterclass in how not to act in anything at all. Just appalling, utterly appalling. The director's just not getting the best out of these actors whatsoever. Not that they're particularly great actors, but Daphne Keane was good in Logan. But God, she's awful in this. I mean, really awful.
Okay.
She's just like some little kid just been dragged in onto the set and given some lines. That's as impressive as it gets. It's just god awful.
What, cocaine, Bolivian? What? Moving on.
White lines. Well, can I ask R2 Brownie a question? Is that
Where you going?
permissible?
Well, you're in charge.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to check with, we're allowed to quiz our guests like that, but I wanted to ask R2. R2, you're a man of the world. I hate to assume your pronouns, but on gender, etc. But I was just wondering, R2, people online, not all people, obviously, and not the man babies in the chat, but there are people online who are defending this shit. Not only defending it, they are rapturous about it. They are proclaiming its magnificence. R2, what do you make of that? How can you possibly defend this utter garbage? Can you make sense of it?
I have no idea what these people are thinking to trying to actually defend this as being good. I have heard some who have been talking about it, say, well, it's not that bad. Oh, there's this part that's good, whatever. But for the most part, the only real defense of this show that I've heard is that if you don't like it, you're a bigot. And yeah. As far as my pronouns, if you really want to know about that, you really want to know about,
I do.
What happens, behind closed doors, you can just look at my profile picture. And we can, you can learn from that. But yes, what I think many of them must be on some sort of Bolivian marching powder or something.
Here you go, Breath 3. Even Star Wars Theory and Thor Skywalker aren't liking this.
Oh,
Star Wars Theory spiced dummy out, didn't he? And threw his
Yes.
headset down. Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I think it should also be pointed out that the people who aren't calling you bigots are the ones that were posting gift boxes for the Acolyte 3 weeks ago on X. Same people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Nerdrotic and Drinker are being attacked. I know I'm getting some love letters in my DMs. So I wonder what's going on here. Are we seeing the end game? Is this the splinter of the sphincter? What's going on? I don't know. Swappers, you've been around the block a few times. What do you make of this? I mean, you've been through the originals, the prequels. What's going on with the fandom, Swappers?
I think, well, they're kind of preempting backlash now, aren't they? With every one of these series, they started with Kenobi and Moses Ingram, sort of preloading social media with and the internet generally with these defensive videos that the actors were prompted to make in their cars about certain actors straight away. You know, referring to if you're a racist or whatever, then you're no fan or whatever. You know, before anyone said anything. So they know the strategy now. They've got it locked in. This is their corporate approach to releasing anything now. It's all part of the marketing for these things. It's all built in because they're not going to stop shoving forced diversity in audiences' faces at the expense of creativity and actual professional writing. So with this series now, it's kind of almost reached a head where these people are kind of thinking, right, we've forced so much woke shit into the show. There's going to be like an atom bomb going off in the audience. So we're going to not only attack the audience or attack the fans before and when the show comes out, but we're also going to employ another team of people to actually go after people on social media and shame them and try and stigmatize them for, you know, trying to disparage this show or their actors in any way whatsoever. Even if they haven't disparaged them, we're going to make it look like they've disparaged them. And these people are they're probably like sat there in a room with all these computers going like, oh, there's Ruin Johnson, quick, like straight onto the account, nasty message in the DMs to try and shut you up. And they're probably like, I wouldn't put it past Lucasfilm to be doing this, to actually have like a room secluded somewhere full of these people that are employed exclusively just to counteract the backlash for this show.
I feel a new shill wars coming on. I don't know. It feels like it's could be time. We've got a new generation of shills in the works. Anyway, go on, Z. What you can say, mate?
Well, I mean, you've all seen Jacob Suggs, right?
Oh God, yes,
he's got to be a winner for any show wars this year.
He's embarrassing. How do you look at yourself if you're that person?
Yeah, we got some fantastic new shills on the block, I have to say.
Yeah. It's incredibly sad, to be honest, with a fandom that has been through so much already and then continues to be fractured more and more by these groups that say, well, you're not really a Star Wars fan. If you don't like this, you don't like Star Wars. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I can have legitimate criticism. I can look at something and say, no, it's not good. And no, the answer is not, well, just don't watch it. Right? That's absurd.
I'll just say this is happening in the next few days, isn't it? You know, James O'Keefe will expose it all in the Disney files.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is happening in the next few days. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Do you want to give us a bit more on that, Brown? Because I'm fucked if I know what's going on.
No, I just saw it's just going to expose Disney. I just saw kind of a YouTube link tomorrow or the day after.
You know who James O'Keefe is?
I've heard the name, but do educate us.
Well, he's a well, some people will call him a muckraker, but he's an investigative journalist. He's done a number of different sort of undercover investigations with different groups. And anyway, supposedly he says he has some significant dirt on Disney executives that he's going to be showing off tomorrow. Now, who knows how much of that is actually going to be shocking or even seem legitimate? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But back at on the show that we're watching here.
Oh, it must be.
A few slides ago, we saw one of the shittiest looking starships in this entire franchise. That looks like garbage. What is that? It doesn't even look like people could
the garbage will do.
It doesn't even look like people could sit in that.
25 million just there.
It's like everything in the show. It's just badly designed throughout, from the bottom up.
It's isn't it? It looks exactly like Earth. There's no. in some countryside randomly, and where's the imagination? Where are the new scenes,
Scotland,
new
Port
worlds,
Brother.
and
Looks like Scotland.
Wales, wherever. Yeah. It's ridiculous. This is where the budget's gone. They haven't really put any effort whatsoever into making us feel as if it's this wondrous universe that George Lucas used to. It's just like, they're all the same planet, for fuck's sake.
Yes, we go from desert to fucking jungle, back to desert. Yes, I know.
Looks AI
Anyway.
generated to me. Looks AI generated, if you ask me.
Oh.
Isn't this where the training camp was in Andor? Looks very similar.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. Although Andor had a semblance of acting at least, and plot and dialogue. Okay, so we have the good lady Shitlocks here. Take a drink, man, babies. So, okay, just to try and Brownie, somehow, despite this shit program we're reviewing, despite my drunken stupor, we are edging our way towards 400
Amazing.
man babies in the chat. This is remarkable. I don't.
Acolyte has been very, very successful for pretty much every YouTuber going. I think this is there's just something different about this one as opposed to all the other shite we've had.
Yeah, it's a new breed of shite, this one. But let's try and rein us back in here. Effectively, we have got evil. Chordy, correct me because I know you've got some common sense. It's going on there. Chordy, this is Evil Twin who's now heading towards Kelnackers, and Good Twin is with the Jedi who are also going to Kelnacker. Is that roughly where we're at?
Yes, and even though the Jedi are currently back on Coruscant pissing about doing nothing, and even though Fanny Mae and Timu Ezra are already here, by some weird contrivance of fuckery, they will of course arrive at the same place at exactly the same time because that's what the scene demands. But only after this one has done an astonishing vault face where she's decided that her motives can't possibly lead her anywhere good, so she'll just swap them for a different set and change her mind. And they have to walk all the way through a jungle to try and find the guy, which is basically impossible given that it is uncharted. They haven't flown over with the spaceship trying to scan for life forms or anything. They're just going to walk and hope that they come across them at some point. And then they're having a conversation, which again, you would have thought they would have had already, which is like, oh, what do you think about the fact that your sister is still alive? You do realize it doesn't change anything, don't you? And she's like, yeah, no, it doesn't change anything, until she decides, actually, no, it changes fucking everything. Fuck you, Timu Ezra, I'm off. But only after we're in the middle of the forest, so she can't get out again. It's just, I think this is arguably a worse episode, technically on a writing level than even episode 3 is. It's not like as objectionable or on its face offensively bad, because it's not quite as cringe as that, but just on the basics of writing going wrong, this one is probably slightly worse. At the very least, it matches episode 3.
Do we like this line? I know bounty hunters. Hold on, bear with me. I know bounty hunters who won't set foot in these forests. Oh, that's so dangerous.
Ooh. Yes. I bet you that's dropped your pants around your ankles, Brownie.
Yeah. Then who were those tools who were jacking around at the end of the previous episode that Kelnaka had to take out?
Well, not bounty hunters, obviously.
No, apparently not. No.
Brownie, here's some nice feedback from Magnus Horace, who says, seriously, thank you guys. This is so entertaining and fun. I don't know if you're talking about the stream or the show. Hopefully the former.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. We all do. Thank you.
Again, more pointless dialogue. Z, I really must come back to you here, Z, because you've seen the previous 3 episodes, obviously, but the wheels have really fucking fallen off at this point, haven't they? I mean, it's a short episode, but it is fucking boring.
It's pretty dire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even the dialogue just seems stilted. It's like this is the episode where they're padding everything out. They've got nothing to do this episode, so it's just all filler.
4 episodes to go. The slides were terrible, even though it was only 31 minutes, 32. It felt like doing a 4-hour movie. It's awful.
Oof.
This particular episode is just dull as dishwater visually.
Mm.
There's nothing interesting going on.
Shout out to Attacker Kakai P, who with the Philip Schofield reference video like that. Yeah, I was reading online that apparently this was not meant to be a standalone episode, but the way they kind of divided things up, it was after the fact made into a standalone episode. And I think it really shows, doesn't it? Because it's fucking shallow as
I can
fuck,
believe
this
that.
thing.
It's like the end as well. The way that it's so weirdly paced. The fact that basically nothing happens except for all the characters forgetting that they are who they are, and they just change who they are completely. Then nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, big reveal, and like let's begin a fight, and then oh, it's done. Oh, that's generally not how you end things. It was. I was expecting it to go on for at least another 5 minutes, but no. So it does look like and feel like it's just been cut very, very shoddily right down the middle.
Yeah. Oh, it feels like the whole show has just been patched together from what little they had that worked. Like they in the editing room, they were like, "Oh my god, how do we make a show out of this?"
I mean, this episode essentially is about 4 conversations, a dead Wookiee, and then a fucking Darth Gimp rocking up at the end and doing a force push. That's basically what you're getting here, folks. But we'll do our best with it. Don't worry. Anyway, these 2 boring fuckers are still going on. So this is Ezra Miller, isn't it, Brownie?
Timu Esma.
Timu Esma. Yeah.
Timu. Yeah.
So what's the relationship here? Is he a TikTok buddy, or what's going on? Who is he? What's his vested interest?
Fuck knows.
He apparently
I think he's a
serves the same
misdirection.
master.
I think it's a misdirection because when he
Yes.
disappears, you get Darth Smilex turn up. So
It's him. It's him, isn't it?
Well,
No,
I think that's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
Has he
Because
got a
he's not
twin
there.
brother?
Another twin.
Well, the Nazis are fond of using twins.
True.
Anyway, we'll we do a drinking game, but I always like to include a reverse drinking game where you throw up.
Puke
So
up
just
a
to
shot.
just to eject some of the alcohol from your system. So fingers down the throat when you see a white man do something relevant to the plot.
Are
And
there any white men at all in this entire episode?
I think the closest we got was some
There
South
is.
African dude at one point. Sorry, South American dude. I don't know.
There's the beaver.
Oh, the beaver, yeah. What
Lovely
the
beaver.
fuck was that?
Technically a white man?
I thought I dreamt that. Was there really a beaver in this episode?
Yeah, it was a
Actually, yeah.
lovely beaver. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have yet to see the rodent.
Leslie does like herself a good beaver.
Oh, there we go,
Hey,
Charlie.
lovely
It had to
beaver.
come out at some point, right? I'm just getting it out of the way.
Yeah,
Um,
and here we have in the dialogue something that makes absolutely no sense. I seriously doubt it's ever going to be explained. A deal? What deal? Is this not her master? Is she not training with this master? Who makes you make a deal with your master? Well, I'll go do this thing for you in return for what?
But is it
Like
even
that-
for her master? Because she's specifically killing Jedi who are involved in her village.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this deal?
Be like, I will train you so you can kill them in return for you killing one of them at least without a weapon. Even though you've already done that, it doesn't count. Tommen killing himself with poison still counts somehow as you killing him with a weapon. Fuck knows how, but it does. That would be the point at which I was starting to think, you know what, actually, if that doesn't count, then yeah, maybe this deal is bullshit because I've already completed it and you're not letting me have it. So that's when I'll give up. But she doesn't do that. She does something else later.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what the vague deal is. It still doesn't make a huge amount of sense. So who trained someone for 16 years as part of a deal?
To kill some Jedi that she already had a reason to kill. I don't. Yeah.
Look, leave your brain at the door, folks. Come on, don't do that to yourselves. Anyway, 180 million there, Brownie. You're a visual man. 180 million there, Brown. Do you like that?
Other than the spaceship, good return, yeah.
Oh, okay. He likes that, folks. Okay, you fucking shill. Don't
Like
ask
a
me
bit
back
earlier when
again.
he says, like, even bounty hunters wouldn't dare to come into this forest. They're standing next to a bridge. Who built that? Someone had to have gone there. And why, if no one goes there?
1 hour, 10 minutes to do a very, very short intro.
Oh, it's okay, Brown. I said it is what it is. Don't worry. The man babies in the chat have got us. Don't worry. It's all good. Anyway, we've got some super chats queued up. Do you want to give those a go?
Always, yeah.
Yeah, let's catch up. Okay, here we go. From Obi-Wan Darkside. Let's get our old mate Darth Kippers on this one, if you could.
One dark side in the chat
done
for
this one.
€5.
Oh.
Given a show by its laser beams, can we say fluffing at the gash instead of chomping at the bit?
I enjoy that. Thanks, swappers. Why don't we get Chordy on this one, if you will, please, Lord? From Melvin.
Melvin deeply wrenched for £2. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is shit. I'm pretty sure Melvin sent that in the last one as well. What have you got against Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Is it that
Well,
bad?
shit-ish. You not seen it?
Very much.
I don't
wanted
think
to
I
know
have.
this.
I thought it was okay. What's the big old deal? I don't know. I'm with you, Melvin. Melvin, if the folks in the chat don't know, Melvin is my supplier of Liam Neeson dong jokes. He's
See you,
every
Melvin.
day, he's in my DMs. Normally they are pictorial, but I don't know if they're self-portraits, but yes, he's always a good supplier of Liam Neeson dong jokes. Thanks, Melvin. Why don't we get Artoo on this one, please, Artoo?
Hostman's Lounge wrenched for $2. How many are here by pre-birth a la
Oof.
E. Eddie Mundi?
Oof. Well, let's not bury the lead, but yes, we'll get to that
Oh,
one in the
getting to
due
him.
course of time. Yes, but good shout, Hostman. And finally, Mr. Brown, why don't you take this one from one of your biggest fans? There you go.
Common people wrenched for £20. Real money,
Oof.
folks.
£20? That'd buy me a bottle of rum.
I've told you, get a bottle of rum. Told you. How many more times? Panel's thoughts on Estonia introducing a new act on research, development, and innovation, overhauling legalization dating from 1997 that the government says is no longer efficient or effective enough in today's circumstances. Ruin? Thoughts?
Yes. Okay. Well, you'll be. Well, he's paid £20 for this. I'm. God damn, I'll be sure he gets his money worth. Common people, my friend. I've been to Estonia. Common people. I spent a little time in Estonia. Beautiful place. Nice castles. Slightly standoffish people. Borders Russia. Little bit of an atmosphere going on. What do I think of this legislation? Controversial. I think it needs to be put back to the democratic say of the people. And look, why don't we just embrace the chaos? That's my thoughts on it. Over to you, Chordy.
So, as I understand it, the previous 1997 legislation in Estonia was basically an accretion of pieces of prior legislation that has been amended several times since, which doesn't give a strong, coherent direction from government through R&D, which is typically publicly funded, into business applications and things like that. So what they're trying to do is to update their new RDI laws to better streamline the process from scientific discovery to government direction to private industry to produce something which can be made in Estonia, effectively the Estonians being allowed to capitalize on their own skills and innovation in terms of scientific research and stuff like that. It always sounds like a really good idea when governments say they'll streamline things to stop foreign companies coming in and buying all their best stuff, but usually it doesn't work because the government itself is incredibly inefficient and shit.
I second that.
Fucking Lord Chordy, everyone. Drop your pants and do the aeroplane. That was absolutely the helicopter. I mean,
That's the best £20
What's the
common
aeroplane?
people's ever got.
The airplane utilizes the bollocks, the helicopters, the old, the wing nuts. Geordie, that was fabulous. Honestly, Jesus Christ, just
Anybody
it's
think you
amazing what
used
you
to be
can
a
do when you're
journalist?
sober, isn't it? He's fantastic, isn't he?
Moving on.
Anyway, can we not do more questions like that, Brown? Do we have to cover this goddamn show?
Yeah, I'm hot on Estonian legislation these days. More of that.
Sexy.
Where did all that come from?
Anyway, back to this shit show. Roll the credits. Okay, here we go, folks. So, here we go. Well, I'm going to bring Zee in because Zee is very good on characters, etc. Zee, I wouldn't expect you to tell me who everyone is here, but you can probably name one or two, I imagine. Just take us through this, if you would.
Well, no, I don't know any of them. Although that one in the middle there looks awfully familiar. It looks a little bit like Mundi, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
You know what?
But,
That can't be possible. That can't be
No.
possible because he's not born for another 40 years.
Oh, no. Well, it can't be him then, can it?
No, it can't be. This must be Tuesday.
Nope, no, I just checked Wikipedia. It says he was born 40 years before this. No, wait, no, now it says he was born 40 years. Oh, sorry, it keeps changing. I'm not really sure what answer to give you.
It's amazing how this looks like the command center ready room thing in the deaths, on Star Wars.
On
where they're
Yavin.
doing the.
It looks like that thing in Star
And
Wars.
it's 100 years before.
Is that a
It's
young Mace
exactly
Windu
the
on the left
same.
there as well? Because he's got hair.
Gotta
And
be.
everyone knows there's only one black person in the galaxy at this point in history.
Yeah, there's a young Mr. Brown on the far right as well. Look, he's got hair as well.
Did I see someone in the private chat say on Twitter even that the writer had responded to this saying that they sort of asked about Yoda, but he wasn't available on like a tech basis. They couldn't actually get him. I was thinking, use a puppet. I'd actually quite like to have seen Puppet Yoda been brought back for this rather than just inventing a new birth date for Mundi.
Or just create a different character.
100 years before anyone gives a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, okay, let's talk about the elephantitis in the room. Because, okay, folks, basically, this is Mundi, even though he wasn't fucking born. That's been very clearly established. By the way, if you didn't get the joke, Artoo, I did get it. Nicely done. Wikipedia, which had previously had Mundi's birth date, has since changed and updated to reflect this. Yes, believe it or not, they've fucking changed shit around. They brought Mundi into this show, but it gets even worse because we're about to find out he's a fucking traitor as well.
What?
Zee, I know you're a fan of the prequels. What do you make of the desecration of Mundi?
I mean, the fact that they just couldn't be bothered to look him up.
Yeah,
speaks fucking volumes.
Hey, was he born yet?
It really does.
No. Okay, well, just give him a different name.
Oh God! I mean,
it's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. How can you not just check these things? They just assume that he's there. And I think there's another shot where you see Platoon in the background as well.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Oh God. I mean, it's not like Look, I'm glad they didn't use Yoda, but obviously Yoda would be the obvious one, wouldn't he? He's however many 100 years old. Why did they do this? I don't understand. Chordy, make it make sense, Chordy. I don't understand.
It's just key jangling. To the comment that did flash up there about the EU being in a different continuity, making this not a problem. It's kind of like saying, okay, I know you've really, really loved this property for the last 40 years, but we've just taken it over, and now we've actually decided that in our continuity, Anakin did blow up the Death Star. I think you'd probably still have a problem with that because just taking over something and then changing everything that's been established for a very long time doesn't make it either the right decision or even an acceptable decision. It just suggests that you don't really care enough to research the thing you spent billions of dollars acquiring. I don't think we need to be defending this sort of thing. It's not really forgivable. Any other thing would have done. You could have brought Yoda in as a puppet. You could have made a new character. You could have researched a character who was supposed to be alive at this particular point. And also you could have found a character who doesn't canonically say the Sith have been extinct for a millennia. Because if he comes anywhere near them in this show, then we're all completely fucked again. Yeah. So stop it. Don't defend it. It's nonsense.
They could have just given him a completely different name. I mean, do they even say his name? Or is it just confirmed after the fact that it was him?
It's confirmed in the credits, I believe.
In the credits. So they literally could have just given him a different name, and it could have been someone else. And no problem. No issue.
And there would have been no problem at all. But they had to make him Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yeah,
for reasons.
Ki-Adi Tuesday, like you said.
Brownie, although, I mean, look, it's Ki-Adi-Mundi, the desecration of Ki-Adi-Mundi, but he's rocking your hairdo there, isn't he? He's got the old the skullets going on. Is it nice to see a fellow skullets wearer?
Yes.
And I tell you what, though, you got a few more greys than old Ki-Adi-Mundi, haven't you?
Greyer by the minute.
Oh well, that's what streaming with us retrobates.
In my arrogance, I thought 2 hours tonight.
No, why, Brown? We're having so much fun. Who's the person of color Ki-Adi's chatting to there?
That's Jedi Master Penetration.
No,
wait, sorry. No. Sorry, I misread the credits there. Sorry.
We've got see, our chat is so good, Brown. You don't deserve them. Here's Hostman. Hostman is paid money to educate us all. Go on, Brown. You take this one.
No, you.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Yeah. Go on, please.
Fucking slacker. Okay, Hostman Lounge, wrenched for $4. Now, couldn't you stretch to the $5, Hostman, you cheap horse? He says, Ki-Adi-Mundi's species has an average lifespan of 65 years old. He'd have, but it's remarkably similar to a Scottish man, as it happens. He'd have an unnaturally long lifespan to fit into this era. Brackets. Darth Plagueis intensifies. So there we go. It is a fudge, isn't it? I don't know what they were thinking. They surely have swappers. You've been around the block a few times, swappers. Surely they have a team of people checking this information out. What's going on? How can they fuck this up so badly?
Well, yes, they did used to have a team of people keeping canon straight, and then they sacked them in 2012, I think it was.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the only one they got left is Pablo Hidalgo, and he's clearly a hack.
Okay, so other than having a bit of a Mr. Brown skullet and a bit of a pot belly, he's pretty much the man we remember from the prequels, isn't he? Ki-Adi-Mundi. The old Liam Neeson dong forehead. Okay, anyway, the bullshit continues.
The Ki-Adi-Mundi thing is the probably the most objectionable thing, but the scene itself doesn't work on a number of other levels either, because you'll recall in episode 2 that Jedi Master Squid Game was the one who was saying, it's really urgent, we don't have time to come back to talk because May's going to go and kill another Jedi, and this is really dangerous, you need to let us go. In this scene, he begins by saying, she's not that dangerous. Like, yeah, she's quick, but she doesn't have that much skill. Yeah, she's been trained, but she's not that much of a threat. And it's Green Bean who says, no, it's really dangerous because she's been trained. And then he says, oh, yeah, but she doesn't even know who he is. So he's also switched his motivations completely, because now he's trying to downplay the threat of the thing that he was up playing in the previous episode, which means by my rule of the drinking game, it's another hefty old drink.
Oh, that's just polished me off. That's Jesus Christ. I'm 5 deep. Oh,
really?
Well. I am 5 double gins deep. I'm running out of my gin. Did I say gin? I don't even know what I'm drinking. Good God. Zee,
everybody.
Zee, help me, Zee. Here's a super chat, if you would, please.
Yes, of course. Edwarder for $20 says the Disney Star Wars DSW, Lucas Star Wars LSW fine structure constant is that of one of every 130 events in Disney Star Wars can conform to Lucas Star Wars canon. The other 136 events must create a new Disney IP via innovation or retcon of Lucas Star Wars IP.
Wow. That's
Yes. It's the
yeah.
whole Tolkien thing that
Yes.
Put that in your
evil
Wikipedia
men
and
can only
smoke it.
destroy.
Oh, good work, Ed Woodser. Thank you. Brownie, what's the conversion rate on $20 these days?
A good blowjob.
Well,
$20.
well, maybe in Leeds, but you know,
Oh, it's 4 in Leeds.
you know, you're not gonna get a whiff of a prostitute's knickers in Berkshire, are you? For that, swappers. Anyway, we move on.
7 hours streaming coming, everybody.
Kenny,
There's another member of the council over here. That's Jedi Master. Can I touch him?
Oh, I thought for one dangerous moment that was a white guy, but it appears it's the Dalai Lama on the right side of the screen there. God, this really is a fucking piss take. Okay, so guess what, folks? Half an hour episode, another boring fucking conversation. So, can anyone help me out here? What the fuck's going on? Splinter of the Mind's Eye. What are they talking about here? Could this be a splinter order? What are they talking about?
It's an intriguing idea which they will do nothing with. I suspect it's only there to try and circumvent the whole "he believes they've been dead for a millennia" thing.
Yeah.
He suggests that maybe this master. Well, they jump to the conclusion that she's been trained by a Jedi, and then he says, could it be a splinter order? Like, as in a splinter Jedi order? But that's that's potentially universe shattering. You could do really interesting and good things with it. It's just that it's a very, very dramatic thing to throw out and do nothing with.
Master Frey Bentos.
We've got Jedi Savile as well.
You can see why she kept him in though, because Leslie Headland fucking loves foreheads, doesn't she?
She does. God. Oh, look at this dialogue. I mean, it makes me want to fucking hell.
That's Jedi Master Ivana Mondic.
Oh, Artoo.
Sorry,
Artoo,
you're on fire tonight.
You're a man after my own queef, Artoo. I'm loving your work. Is this conversation... Brownie, you've extended this scene. What's going on? I think there's a line or two I've taken out. It's just utter shite. We've got some alternative Jedi names. Let's do a bit of that.
Do we even need this scene in?
We don't need any of it. It's a fucking abomination.
Oh,
it's terrible.
Christ.
It's terrible. It's actually fucking terrible.
We only need it in insofar as Green Bean in the previous episode insisted on bringing people back to have this conversation. But the conversation concludes with them saying, yeah, why don't you just take your team and go find him? Which is what he'd already proposed to do anyway. So it's a waste of time. The only thing it's, I think, really to do is to explain why they don't get to Kelnaka first. Even though they end up getting there at exactly the same time and they fuck with time in every other conceivable way. So who knows?
Is your review going to be long for this one then?
They'll try to keep them all to sort of 90 minutes max so I can actually get them done.
Isn't it?
No, I think it's, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's probably as much to critique as there was in episode 3. I don't think it's worth more than that just because so many of the problems are consistent problems. Like, it's the fact that dialogue is either pointless or it's just telling you what these people think, even though we should already know it, or it's contradicting itself every scene. It breaks time. All of this is well established. It's just, it'll be condensed. I'll put it.
What's the saying? This is the day after the night before, because obviously last week's episode. So episodes 1 and 2, as I said, were tolerable, bearable. Last week's was horrendous. And just nobody gives a shit now. This is just, it's gone, hasn't it? Nobody cares at all.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's gone well beyond apathy at this point. It's just pure mockery. Well, there's nothing here to be appreciated. I really don't understand those people that are trying to convince us that this is good. It's fascinating.
I mean, the one redeemable thing might have been if we had the Wookiee fight scene / death scene. You know, that could have been something. They teased us this Wookiee. They cut the fucking thing out. They cut it out. The character they teased us with, which was the cliffhanger on the last episode, the thing they've been doing the fucking publicity rounds with, is killed off camera. It's unfucking believable, and we're subjected to 30 minutes of dull, boring, pointless chat. And the one thing that might have been interesting, they cut the fuck out. What's going on? I don't know. I'm gonna.
We got 2 more Jedi Masters here. Do we have some names for them?
Oh, come on then, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, we all like the. Oh, I must ask Z actually. Z, what do you make of old green slaphead on the right there? Because as we all know, she's Leslie Squarehead Headland's other half.
Yes.
Obviously, total coincidence. She would have been cast, of course.
Of course.
What do you make of her acting chops?
Well, I just only hope that she's not this wooden in bed. Otherwise, Leslie Headland's going to end up with a tongue full of splinters.
Brownie wishes he had a flat top like the Jedi on the left there.
They actually call these 2 masters. They actually call these guys the 2 Willies. They're great. They partner up a lot. One is named Willie Fooker, and the other is Willie B. Hardigan.
Oh, good.
I'm just going to refer to the one on the left as Jedi Master Vanilla Ice.
Well, we've got some suggestions. Let's rattle through them. Let's all take one each. Come on, we've got to make this fucking thing interesting. Ploots, we're going quick fire here. So we're going to start with you, Ploots. Brownie, get ready. Swappers, get ready. Ploots, go.
What? What? Master? What? A Riku Anaru?
Oh, that'll do.
What?
Brownie.
I like Master Vindaloo.
Swappers.
Archer Collins says Jedi Master Rick May Al.
Very good.
Artoo.
Jedi Master Tokan Black.
Jedi Master Rice and Peas.
Bamba Clat.
Brownie, here's one for you.
M in the chat. Wow, racists. So it's shouting, by the way. They are shouting. Oh. Wow. Rathathers reviewing Star Wars channel reported.
Oh, you must be new here.
Yeah.
It's true. I think we were slightly racist towards the Wookiee, weren't we?
Yeah, that was very speciesist of us. Yes.
Wookiee lives matter.
We've got some more though, so let's not get too excited. Z, this is for you.
Mons Muncher.
Brownie, we know you're a socialist. This one's for you.
I'm not touching that one with a barge pole.
Why not? Why not?
No way.
Okay, Chordy, back to you for this one.
I actually can't say this one.
No, can't say that
No,
one.
you can't. Someone's trying to stitch us up there. Okay, let's just go route one with this one, Swappers.
Or you could if you put the apostrophe one letter further back.
No,
Brownie's getting tetchy. He's got some good
Chris Elliott says Heidi Master Cracker.
Brownie, try this one.
Master Tickle Me Balzac.
We've probably peaked at this one, so Artoo, I'll let you take it to the bridge. There you go, Artoo.
Green Beach Face. Yes. Uh-huh.
Green beach face. Okay, there we go.
Resting beach face.
Yeah, of course. Good God. Anyway, we've got. I guess this is like a visual representation of who's dead and who's alive, isn't it? So 2 down, 1 to go. Yes. Who are the two? So we've got who's the twink on the right? Tobin, and we've got a Matrix chick.
Trinity.
So why is Torben's picture from 16 years before? Are they specifically talking about this is what everyone looked like 16 years ago at this point, or because I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, I thought it's at the point of death. That's how you're. I don't know.
Like
Maybe
your driver's license. You don't update the photo for 10
there
years.
you go. Exactly. Yeah. He didn't want a new picture taken after he put on that ridiculous beard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's one of those driving licenses that says McLovin on it. You know, you don't look 21.
And then she's just reminding Sol that he is on the hit list as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I assume, this plot is dragging its arse towards it, but Sol will be the one she has to kill without using a weapon or whatever the fucking useless line is. I don't know. Anyway, we're still in this control room scene.
So let's go back one slide.
Yep.
The 4 Jedi stationed on her home planet, didn't they just rock up and say, we thought this planet was uninhabited?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So what were they doing stationed there on an empty planet? Well, they assumed it was such. That doesn't make sense.
It's just so bad.
It's like the one defense I can sort of make of this one is that I think it's implied that they themselves, the 4 Jedi, were keeping secrets from the Council, hence the deleted records, hence no mention of May. So they actually haven't told the Council everything about what went down there. So Greenbean doesn't know there, except that they were stationed. Stationed is still the wrong word, because that you would know as the Council if you'd actually stationed an outpost on the planet rather than them just rocking up and trying to steal some children, which is what they actually did. But the disconnect is semi-deliberate, I think, in this instance. It's just that Greenbean isn't asking any of the very obvious questions that emerge from being, it revealed that you've been lied to by your own Jedi.
Okay. Ruben's gone for a pace. We'll just blast through about 70 slides.
As fast as you can.
So they're asking which Jedi taught her. We must alert the High Council. The High Council will be obliged to inform the Senate. Oh, they're trying to go under official channels, then, aren't they? Trying to keep it in.
What they're trying to do
in-house.
is sweep under the rug a
Yeah.
potential rising of the Sith. I mean, surely this breaks some sort of Jedi code. This is treason.
Mm-hmm.
To conceal a crime of this nature where the Sith may be involved. They go, oh, we'll just keep it between us, shall we? Let's not tell any supervisors.
Saying a mole.
It's more of this Jedi playing politics bullshit. I'm sorry, that's never who the Jedi were. They weren't dancing around trying to figure out how to outmaneuver their political enemies or hide things. It's just not what the Jedi Order was. Makes no sense.
I'll just keep blasting through this. but just amuse yourselves, everybody.
Why didn't you tell me about this? Oh.
I thought we'd been all through this before in a previous episode, so why are they just repeating all this?
It's a filler episode.
It is largely fun. I mean, this bit sort of entails that Greenbean has spotted the obvious glaring holes in the story and that she's kind of intrigued about them. So, like, I think that's what this scene is supposed to accomplish. It's an incredibly slow and inefficient way of doing that, though, when it could literally have been an email, but never mind. I gather I'm actually just going through screenshotting one of the writer's tweets before they probably disappear because she's engaging with criticism, which is never a good thing for a writer to do. Talking about how this was actually written to be one episode, or at least the 2 scripts for this and the next episode were written together, and for, and I quote, reasons, this one had to be the short one, so the next one could be the longer one. So effectively what they haven't done is pace the episode as though it's a standalone, which is just a basic mistake. Even if you are writing the 2 things in one go, you should still be aware of the rules of pacing for an individual episode. If it's after the fact they've been told we're going to split it up, or if it's after the fact they've been told that a new limit should be placed on where this episode has to end, then you should rework the script to accommodate that. You shouldn't be like taking up time with all of these huge team building sessions, because that's just tedious.
Yeah. Good luck getting her on B-Sub.
It would be funny.
Just keeps going.
Well, another tedious conversation. I know it was one of the most longest half an hours of my whole fucking life, and I include the time I had a colonoscopy, which seemed to go on forever. But no, this was longer, more tedious, way more painful, and it's less desirable outcome. I'll just leave it at that.
Anyway, got in my mind, because then he says like, "Oh no, she fell down a hole. No one could have survived that." Obviously, my video is just going to now do a small supercut of all the people in Star Wars who fall down places and survive, because. Like, at least fucking check, given how important she is.
Somehow May returned.
But this is what I don't understand, right? He's a Jedi Master. He should have been able to detect her life signs over that shorter distance, really.
Well, that requires engaging logic.
Just looked at the other writer's Twitter account, and the most recent tweet is saying how proud he is of the unbelievable team on the Acolyte, but the previous tweet before then is saying, "Oh, the latest episode of WandaVision is outstanding." These are the people you hired for this show. Good choice. Well done.
Nice work by the Wayfarer Project, who calls this the colonoscopy.
Very good.
Anyway, these 2 pointless fucks are chatting away. I really feel sorry for old Squid Game. I wish he'd been given something better. But anyways.
This line is also completely baffling. So she's saying that this could be a bad thing that is happening, something to tip the scales. But episode 1 told us that we were flourishing in, centuries of peace and tranquility. So tip the scales from what to where, and at what point did you start realizing there might be dark forces happening out there, and why have you only realized it now? And tipping the scales in what direction? Like, shouldn't you be investigating this stuff rather than just this, whatever this is?
I'm hoping at some point something happens, Brown, but
it doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't.
I don't think it does. No, it doesn't.
He's going to use her sister as bait, is the one thing we're establishing here. So
then we get little.
She wants. Yes, I do. I have her sister.
Yes. We get a nod of the head there, and that's about it.
Okay, I've got a joke for everyone. Are we all ready?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, how do you kill a Jedi without a weapon?
Make them watch the Acolyte. They'll kill themselves.
Boom, boom. There we go. Thanks, Z. So we return to the Welsh Valleys and take a drink.
Kind of Lord of the Rings now or something.
Yes. So it's our old mate Darth Shitlocks and Pound Shop Ezra Miller.
I love the countryside colloquial fence posts that have been nailed in over there. That took a lot of the budget there, didn't it?
There you go. Yeah. So she's bragging about a previous kill count. And I think at this point I was ready to slip my wrist with a rusty nail, but they're basically trying to find Kel knackered, aren't they?
Why are they? Don't laugh at me if I ask this question.
Laugh. Okay.
Oh, lol.
Why are they trying? Why is she not using a weapon? Why?
I have no idea.
Darth Zippermouth apparently said you have to do it that way.
He said no. If you attack a Jedi with a weapon, you will fail, is the exact quote. Lasers and steel are useless against them. And she's pointing out in this scene, which really she should have pointed out from the beginning, that she has successfully killed 2 of them, one of them with steel, a knife specifically, which is a weapon. And he
So she's
suggested that
failed.
if you grab their lightsaber and use that against them, does that count? Which is sort of like the laser thing. So he's saying she failed. She said, well, technically I succeeded. It's just I didn't do it without the weapon. But what's the most important thing? Why is killing Jedi not more important than how you kill Jedi? And one of them you killed with fucking poison. No, sorry, correction. One of them killed himself with fucking poison.
Yeah.
So you've already done it. What is this?
You killed him with white guilt.
It's my favorite way to die.
Wow.
Brownie, should we do some super chats?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, okay. Okay, first up, this is for you, Brown. Here you go.
I've done this.
Oh, well, why is it still stored in the back then? You're making me look like a right fucking amateur.
Well, we'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Dark Side.
No, you can't have it twice. Girth, go on.
3 times.
Girth.
Girth Knight, wrench, $5. What are the odds Yaddle appears in the Acolyte instead of Yoda?
God, that's a great
Who's
shot.
Yaddle?
Oh, come on, Brown. Don't take the piss.
I'm Star Trek, or I used to be.
You don't know who Yaddle is? It's Yoda with tits.
Yoda when he
Okay.
transitioned. Good shout, Girth.
Cheers.
And oh, here we go. Why don't I tell you what? This guy would love to hear this delivered in the style of Darth Kipling. So why don't you take this one, Kippers?
Jabbergeist in the chat for $2. Says, hi guys, big fan here. First time live. Keep it up.
Yay.
Yeah, well, Brown would have to get it up before he could keep it up.
I will say, what a week to come in.
Yeah, wow.
Jesus.
Anyway, we've reached the perimeter.
Oh, look, there is the perimeter. Oh, look, there it is.
Yeah, that's so obviously the perimeter is there.
Yes.
And there's the. Oh, we get the Jedi scum wine. Oh,
drink.
God,
Just take a drink, everybody.
Everyone take a drink. Just drink.
Just end it.
Yeah, cyanide, whatever is closest. Z, come on.
Bunter, take it, whatever.
What?
Z, what do you make of this? Z, she uses the phrase Jedi scum. Wow.
Yeah. It's just on par with everything else, isn't it? Half effort.
She's not even a Jedi.
Look at that smug expression on her face. She absolutely can't emote. Who put this girl in a series? Seriously.
I feel like someone's trolling me. It can't be real. This can't be fucking
Well,
real.
that's what I was like watching this right the way through. It's just complete and utter disbelief with what's going on.
The chat's gone wild with puns, puntastic in the chat. Let's pick some of the best ones out. Amelia Bedelia says, Jedi's come. And one of my old favourites, Darth Queefer says, her tits have more range. I don't know what that means. But
Jesus.
Is that naughty? I don't know.
Borderline.
It's a terrible line, and it doesn't even make sense. Because she's not a Jedi.
Yeah, well, look, you can't engage the brain. That's not what it's about. Come on, Artoo, play the game. Sword in the Storm. Storm even says she's 10 times better than Rosario and Ahsoka. Oof.
Yeah, we haven't seen any kind of stoic arm folding in this, have we yet?
No.
No.
I kind of miss it, to be honest.
Yes. I miss the R shot. You know what I miss? I'm going to level with you all here, man, babies. I miss Down's cat. Remember the good old days of
Down's cat? I love Down's cat.
It's starved to death, I bet.
Oh. How's your cat doing, Brown?
She's doing all right. She's doing all right. Yeah, doing all right. She had her operation.
Oh.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
How's your dog doing, man?
Oh, dog's good. Yes, he's good. Yeah.
Platoon, do you have any pets?
No.
He's got one of those what are they called? Rampant rabbits.
Rampant rabbits.
Rampant? What? The
How's
vibrators?
about rampant rabbits?
Is that a Jimmy Savile thing?
How's your Maureen doing, Professor?
sorry, what?
I'd have Ploots down as a snake kind of guy.
A snake?
Yeah,
very
I could
mean.
see you. I could see you keeping a snake.
Trouser.
No. No, my mom's partner used to have a snake. I always felt really sorry for it because it's like it's too big. It shouldn't be trapped in a little glass thing. It looks really bored and it keeps trying to escape. So I figured it didn't enjoy its life very much. I'm a cat person. Ironically, I really do like pussy.
There you go. He's gone full circle.
Oh, 1 hour 50. Clip that, everybody.
Yep. Clip that. We'll use that for his intro next time. Here we go. Another shot of some fucking greenery.
Show this to anyone, and straight away they'd just say, "Fucking hell, yes, Star Wars."
Oh, Star Wars.
Good God. Have we seen any stars or any wars? In fact,
Oh God.
There's a I don't know. It's not a Downs cat, but it's an obese. It's an obese kind
oh
of.
my God!
Is that a cat?
What the fucking hell's that? The right?
I didn't even see that first time.
What's that? See everybody.
We're peaked.
Okay, I don't like that sort of pussy. I have not seen that before. That's terrible. It is just a cat.
Is that a giant white moggy?
Oh, that's tremendous.
Have they green screened a little dome on top of whatever that thing is and just stuck the writer's cat's head on it? I think that's probably what they've done.
They put his cat in. They put this is a self-insert cat. Yeah.
Do you know when you go into a Chinese takeaway and they've got one of those cats that waves at you?
Oh yeah.
You know,
The lucky
one
cat.
of those.
Yeah.
They wanted to make Grumpy Cat canonical to Star Wars, so they inserted it.
We've all been distracted by the weird cat thing at the front, but someone's points out, SMJ32 points out, Mr. Brown cameo at the back. See, you all missed that one, didn't you? Wow, what's going on here? It's just she's talking to this fucking. Well, Z, I'm going to come back to you. Z, what do you make of the token droid Pip, the little handheld, whatever the fuck it is? What do you
the
make
merchandising opportunity?
You
know that's going to be an interactive toy, originally out for $99.95 and then reduced to £17.50.
Will it have a vibrating head?
I'll have a vibrating something at that price.
There's the cat again.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
I'm so distracted by it. What is it? What I can't even work out what's going on. Are we looking at the back, the fronts? What's going on? Oh God!
It looks like somebody's lobbed at the top of the head of a cat and put it on.
It also looks like it's been stuck on badly because, if you look at the neckline, its weird collar goes off the edge of its body on one side, but not on the other. It's really weird. I want to know what the fuck it is.
By the way, again, once more, the cat has distracted us all from the real thing we should be looking at. Anonymous Bastard points out, is that a woman with a beard on the right?
Why not? Why not?
Honestly, well, we're on the Acolyte, so I wouldn't put it past them. This is
shite.
I feel like someone spiked my 8th rum and coke, but I don't know. Maybe something's gone wrong. Jackie, who's Jackie? Remind me. Fuck is Jackie?
It's the one Brown wants to fuck. It's one of the ones Brown wants to fuck.
Oh,
the one in this case.
Chitara.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go. We'll just leave this on screen all night.
Yeah.
Christ.
It's
not good, is it, folks?
It's not. I don't know what their relationship is anymore either, because they go to fight. They meet each other in episode 1. And he seems incredibly sort of affectionate and fatherly, and she seems to really like him. And then they have a sort of heart-to-heart in episode 2, but then they decide that they don't like each other, and she's really angry at her sister, so he stops her from going. And now she's at the point when she goes back, having done what she needed to do, which is nothing, and now she's trying to leave without saying goodbye to him, and now he's saying, no, come help me, and she'll just say, yeah, okay. It's like, these people don't have a relationship. It's just whatever any individual scene needs.
It's more pointless dialogue, folks. Another boring ass conversation.
There's a funny thing coming. They're doing a funny though in this scene. She says, "I'm not going to wear those civilian robes," and then we jump cut, and she's wearing some civilian robes, and it's really funny. I bet like 5 people laughed.
Wow, 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 wow. Where's the guy who came in the chat and accused us all of being racist, Brown?
He's probably just reporting the channel for.
Can we give him a wrench and get him to join the team?
Moderating mensch. Wrench.
Moderating mensch.
Is
it moderating mensch is in episode 5, isn't she?
We're assuming their gender, so let's not do that. Let's not go down that path.
Okay, that's naughty of me. Okay. Anyway, back to this boring ass shit.
But I will just quickly say, yes, people are triggered by us,
everything.
Or we're calling this out as just bad. It's just bad, isn't it?
Yes, we're not
it's just
picking
bad.
at any particular.
We don't want it to be bad. We want
race
it to be
or
good.
species or.
Who wants
my
this to be
premiere
shit?
chat yesterday, before the video had even started premiering, and coming before saying, "Why is it that all you people just have a problem with gay people existing?" I was like, well, if they did, they wouldn't be here, would they? But also, my video isn't going to be 90 minutes of me just saying gay, gay, gay as shit. It's like, there are some, like one or two things worth maybe criticizing about how this thing is written. Just putting it out there.
I'd love to be on this stream now, saying this is fucking great.
No, you wouldn't, Brown. You lying.
Be about a 2-minute stream.
Brown,
that is probably the most unflattering shot for this guy that I've seen for the entire series.
God, he looks like an old woman, doesn't he? Brown, just to because we know you've got some far right, alt right bigots in your following. Just to pacify them, could you give us this in your best Korean accent, if you would, Brownie?
When I told me you were alive, eyes. Can you hear my cat screaming? Eyes softened.
It's terrified of the Korean accent.
Okay, good work, Brown.
Still the best thing. Still the best actor.
He is the best. I know. I don't know why everyone's getting so touchy. This actor, don't again assume anything these days. Artoo, let's bring you in. Obviously, the show kind of hangs on her performance. She's playing 2 characters. Why is she so fucking shit? That's what I want to know.
The excuses are numerous. I think a lot of it just might stem back to how she gets most of her jobs, and it has nothing to do with talent. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's unfair. I'm sure there's some talent involved in whatever it is she's doing to get these jobs.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
We don't want May to get hurt. She's killed 2 fucking Jedi, and she's coming for you. Oh God. Is it me? Is he aging considerably as this?
No, it's your aging as you're watching it. That's what's happening.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, God,
it is a point though that just occurred to me though, which is that the previous scene, Green Bean says, "No, remember, Sol, she also wants to kill you," and then he says, "Yeah, but I've got something she wants," and that's Osha. But if she wants to kill him, then he's the thing that she wants, so he doesn't need to take Osha along for this journey. There's no point.
Yeah.
So what is the point? And if it's all fucked, is what I'm saying.
Bigots.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me, sorry.
That's true. She's a murderer. She's a murderer.
But she's still your family.
Which makes it okay. I mean, All the murdering is fine.
Oh, Spaceship Brown, what do you think?
It's not good, is it? No.
It's terrible.
No, it's not good. It's terrible. Yeah.
I like the hyperspace effect. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. Oh, who wants an arms fold?
Oh,
Let's
here
see.
we go.
There we go. Yep.
Do we like the non-civvy outfit?
Wow, 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 wow. We all have a good belly laugh at that, folks. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's Chordy's boyfriend. What's his
This
name?
fucking scene. Yeah, he went there. He went there a year ago. We haven't heard from him since. Did you not think to fucking check? Did you not care? But he might be dead.
He's been unresponsive. Oh, God. Now, I hope you haven't missed it, Brown, but we do have one of the more poignant moments in this episode. We have a bit of a pronoun reference, don't we? Is it coming up, or have we missed it? Or...
Possibly.
Oh, okay.
I just love that here they tell us that, maybe one of the maybe cell phone service isn't very good.
What's that?
That's why he hasn't called in.
What?
Jeez.
Smilex. It's Smilex.
Bars.
Yes.
Smilex, everybody.
Someone give Smilex a
There he
nudge. He's
is.
finally made it onto the
Here you go.
storm.
Wow, it's about time we got
Sword
some
in the
furry.
Storm. Smilex fucked an Ewok.
What I don't understand about this is what has this creature got against droids? You'd think it would have seen plenty of them before, right?
Hmm.
You would
You think
imagine.
so?
Smilex fucked a raccoon.
I mean, there's zero effort with this, isn't there? I mean, sometimes they take something which resembles maybe something a real world animal, and then they mix it up and they change it about. This is just a straightforward fucking beaver, isn't it? There's no
Lovely beaver.
no ifs, buts, or maybes. They've just put a fucking helmet on a beaver. That's what we're talking about.
Crazy. Oh, we have spaceships that can travel intergalactically. We can go into hyperspace. But to find one life sign in a forest, no, we need a beaver. We have no technology that can possibly do this job. We have to use the beaver.
Very talented beaver.
Pip is shooting Pip's load.
Oh yeah, doesn't it squirt something at him? Or
It took
oh
me
my
about a
God.
good couple of minutes to get the right frame for this. So it's really rubbing it in at this stage.
Oh God.
What's that about? Is that like squirt? Metaphor.
It's
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? It's squirt
Ability.
metaphor, isn't it?
I'm thinking
Ugh.
it's a Leslie Heslin fetish or
Oh,
something. Yeah, I mean, it's clear she does have a good eye for talented beaver.
I promise, folks, it's not any of us. I promise, it's not any of us.
I think it's meant to be like a callback to that bit in Return of the Jedi when Artoo zaps an Ewok. I think that's the sort of vibe they're going for. It's just, it looks more like, yeah, the droid is pissing on the beaver, and the beaver's face hasn't quite reacted to it yet.
Clip that, everybody.
Highlights of the episode, this folks. So hope you're enjoying it.
It's not us, folks. I promise.
We found out it's Basil. I mean,
Basil?
Z, in a world of strange and wondrous names, where does Basil rank?
Rat. He's a rat. Put in there solely for the furry contingent of Star Wars fandom that exists at the moment.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Only possible reason.
Who do I go to here? Let's start with
drink.
Let's start with
drink.
Swappers. So Swappers, talk us through this line. I don't understand what's going on.
Full screen, everybody. Look at that.
Oh, jeez. I was told about this, and then when it actually came up on the screen, I heard loads of people like mithering about it online, and I just thought, geez, is it really that bad? And when I watched it, I just thought, well, I mean, technically, they should just say they anyway, because she doesn't know what gender it is. So it should just be they with no he in there, or she,
or
until
it.
told otherwise. Yeah, or it, yeah. But they've gone, I guess, in maybe tribute to Brian Young, which he/they on his Twitter profile.
Oh,
They've inserted this here that says he or
Oh.
they. So I guess the character's pronouns will be he, they when they release an action figure of him. I'm not even sure if do they have the pronouns on the packaging. I mean, they should do with this series, shouldn't they?
There's something really fucking funny about the idea that they're going to make the beaver into an action figure. Who's going to buy that?
Oh, they will. It'll be a plush version as well available. I mean, remember Baby Yoda? It'll be that all over again.
Posh beaver.
I've got some trivia, folks. Melvin Deeply Wrenched is still here, Ruin. At Mr. Brown likes me. Basil means royal or kingly and is a variant of the name Basil. The name derives from Basileos, who was the
Basileos.
ruler. Thank you. Who was the ruler of Byzantine
Byzantine.
Empire. That as well, Empire. Cheers, Melvin.
Cheers, Melvin. Brownie, did I ever tell you about my magic trick?
No.
I've got a fabulous magic trick. I can make Melvin disappear immediately.
Yeah, you can ban him, can't you?
No, not like that. I just start
go on.
talking about Liam Neeson's
Oh,
big
yeah.
purple
Yeah,
vein, veiny, big
Dong. Schlong.
dongy,
Schlong.
purple vein, throbbing dong. Good night, Melvin. Okay, back to the fun, guys. No, Melvin's still with us. Don't worry. He's
a bit bitchy, isn't he?
Who's this fucker? Yeah, why is he?
Yordi, a bit bitchy, love.
Come on, Geordie, he's your boyfriend. What's going on with him? What's he got his back up for?
He's absolutely not. He's like the oldest looking young person I think I've ever seen. Like his face looks like it's seen many more years than the rest of him that does. And it's kind of like he's denying something. I think he just needs to come to terms with how old he probably is. I also did, like he's decided that he's a twat and a bitch, and he doesn't really he's not friendly with Osha, even though episode 1 established they were friends as younglings, and now he's just being a twat, and that's his character, I guess. He's supposed to be the stickler for the rules one, but it kind of acts against what they tried to do briefly with his character in episode 2.
I'd almost forgotten about him. I'd say I was so disappointed to see him back. Brownie, we need more slides. Unbelievably,
Really?
Load the neck. Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, it's
in
all
my
cute,
drunken
isn't it?
stupor. There we go. Spaceship and planets.
That looked worse than a Jerry Anderson model from the 1960s.
Spaceships
awful.
and Flash Gordon looked cooler than this. I
Yeah.
mean,
Looks a
is
bit like
nasty.
Futurama. Planet Express.
Yeah.
Hang on. Who gave Sword and Storm permission to go to bed?
Himself, I think.
No. Can that be revoked immediately, please? Can we get him back? That's not permitted.
Still there.
Okay. Okay. We go from shitty spaceship to shitty planets and foggy landing bay. And who's this? Who's this bulbous-headed fucker? Is this real? No, come on, Brown. This isn't real
No
dialogue.
idea.
You put this in.
I know. It's all spot
She
on.
does actually say that. She does say that.
Oh my god.
You can tell they were filming in location filming in Wales because of all the fucking fog.
Is that kind of like he's big and hairy, like a bit of a semi-member berry?
Oh, more like a
Yeah.
dingleberry. Okay, quick game. We're going to play Snog, Marry, Abort.
God. Abort.
Yeah. Go on, swappers. You got a full rogues gallery to pick from here. So Snog, Marry, Abort.
Oh God. Right. I'll dear. I'll snog Rick James in the middle there.
Oh,
and get it over and done with. And I'd marry Jedi Master Papa Dumb on the right there, and then I'd abort. I think that I'd abort the one on the beardy guy with the mullet on the left because his voice annoyed the shit out of me all the way through this episode.
Okay, that's controversial. Z, what about you? Snog, Marry, Abort.
I'd probably do all 3 to all of them
In that order.
in that order. Have
First one,
them
then
all
the
as my
other.
own personal Jedi harem, and then kill them all.
Is this the shittest looking group of Jedi you've ever seen in your life? They look fucking
Yes.
if you walk past this in one of the, I mean, not even one of the good conventions, I mean one of the local shitty conventions, you wouldn't look twice, would you? It's really
It does look like they're waiting for a bus to get to the convention, doesn't it?
yes. Oh,
I like the one
anyway.
on the left with the catalogue pose.
Oh, let's go back.
Mm.
Oh yes, the beardy guy. He does get some lines in this actually, Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, more chat. I promise we're going to get some action next week. Allegedly.
He's still doing the catalogue pose.
Mm-hmm.
He is. That's his distinctive pose, as opposed to the folded arms look. Chordy, why don't you bring us up to speed? We have basically got evil sister on the way to either assassinate or hand herself into Kelnacker. I can't remember which. And
At the moment, assassinate.
Assassinate,
And then it changes
and
imminently.
good sister on the way, also on the way to Kelnacker for reasons I can't remember. What,
They're
what was
going
it?
there because they think that May is going there, but they need a tracker to get to him, but May doesn't need a tracker to get to him. She doesn't have a beaver, so I don't know how she knows where she's going. And this scene is just attempting to do sort of quippy character stuff. Yord is a stickler for the rules. He wants his he calls it a blaster in this episode. In episode 2, he called it a stun gun because that's what it is. Fucking moron. He wants it back, and she's saying, no, it's mine now. And that's character work. And then Squid Game looks mysteriously into the distance and says he must be in there, and then it pans around and it's just this endless fucking forest. And of course he's in there because he can't be anywhere else because it's the whole planet is made of that forest. Look at, he must be in there. Oh, he's in the forest of Fangorn. Fair enough.
Chordy, are you old enough to remember the Argos catalogue?
I think I've seen Argos catalogues, but I only in an Argos, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what Argos is?
Yeah, I've been there maybe twice.
It's a Greek god, isn't it?
Yes.
Brownie, a little birdie tells me you used to touch yourself on the ladies section of the Argos catalogue. Is there any truth in this?
On the ladies of the Argos catalogue, ladies section.
No, it's the men's.
Yeah, you know, the lady shave section.
The lady shave.
Yes.
How many rum and
Don't
coke?
play dumb with me, Brownie.
How many rum and cokes are you on at the moment?
I've leveled out at 6. I'm all right. I'm okay. Hanging on in there.
You're just babbling.
We have a tracker. Here he is, everybody. Who's this? It's the fucking beaver's back, isn't it?
Basil.
That's the sole reason this character exists.
Yeah. So he can sniff Kelnaka's drawers. The whole reason he's here.
And it must be because Kilnaka, remember, they sent him away to this planet a year ago.
Won't
So
the
they
scent
kept
disappear?
unwashed underpants for a year just in case a beaver
Oh.
might need to sniff them at some point.
This is fucking. I swear down, my drink's been spiked. Am I really witnessing this? Anyway, more fog, more cragginess, and there we go. The
Lord of the Rings.
We have the Fellowship. Yes.
Give us the tune, Swappers. What's the tune?
I have no idea.
Oh, Artoo, go on.
Hi ho, hi ho, it's off the work we go.
Oh boy, yeah. No
I
idea.
thought you were asking me to sing like Enya for a second.
Yordy, yordy, yordy.
Yord.
What the Basil is saying.
What the Basil? Oh, the
Oh yeah,
Basil.
another one. Yeah, there you go. Another one, folks. Drink, everybody. Another pronoun kind of in the Basil. The Basil.
His name is Basil. This is real
Basil?
dialogue, folks. Real fucking dialogue. Oh,
Catalogue pose in the background with the two peeps.
Yord, I need to ask you a favour. Could you kindly fuck all the way off?
Oh,
What's the favour? What's anyone care? More pointless dialogue.
yeah,
I
just
think the favour is
blast
something
through
like,
them.
if I can't stop May, I need you to stop May because
Yeah,
he
just
believes
dig on
she
there,
must
there you
be
go. There you
stopped
go.
or something. I don't know.
Okay. Are you really going to trust Yordi to do that?
But you've got a stun gun. Do it yourself. Because that's her reason. This is when they try and explain after the fact why she didn't take that very obvious shot in episode 2 with the stun gun. And like, it was impossible to tell whether it was incompetence on the part of the writers or incompetence on her part. Like, is she deliberately trying to miss, or did she miss by accident? And this line seems to say that she missed by accident. She hesitated, I think she puts it. And so now she's saying, well, I can't do it, obviously, because I suck. So please do it for me. But like, you didn't hesitate, you just missed. Like, really badly missed.
Amazing how many boring, long-ass, pointless dialogue scenes you can fit into one 30-minute episode, isn't it? It's really...
It wouldn't be so bad if there was something interesting to look at going on around them.
It's pseudo kind of deep shit for the kind of iPhone generation, if you know what I mean.
We've got... I'd like Darth Kipling to do this one, if you would, Darth Kippers, from our old mate, Side of VT. Go, Kippers.
Side of feet in the chat. The Argos catalog was a tough wank, made more difficult by the other customers looking.
How do we get onto?
Well, at least it has. At least the Argos catalog had plastic pages.
Wipe clean pages. Yes.
Wipe clean.
So back to Evil Sister and
Sister.
And then back to the other shower shit. Yes, there is something wrong here.
There's some giant evil monster things on the trees. This is also the bit where, just because why the fuck not, I guess, it's episode 4, it's about time, Osha suddenly realizes, I can use the Force after all. Just for no actual reason at all, she has reestablished her connection to the Force in this forest. She senses one of these bug things. It wakes up.
She's touching
Sol
it there. That's
kills
a bug
it.
thing, yeah.
And Jackie says, it's always an honor to witness something be transformed into the Force, by which you mean you killed it. It's always an honor
I didn't understand that line.
Poor innocent bugs be chopped in half because you woke them up unnecessarily. But she's doing a euphemism. Yeah, they were transformed into the Force. When I murder people, it's an honor because, they're transforming into the Force. It's a nice thing.
What?
I saw that scene like, oh boy, here I go killing again.
Tom is absolutely right. Our old mate Brian does love the Argos catalogue. He'd be gutted he's missing this convo, wouldn't he? But
I was watching this scene and I genuinely thought, we're in for some action here. This could be really cool. And barely anything happens whatsoever.
Yeah,
That's a bug.
I was sure Lord Voldemort was going to pop up at some point.
He does later.
True.
Well, we get a lightsaber, we get a flying moth thing cut in half.
He could have just held out his hand and frozen it in midair, and kind of did a mind trick on it to make it not attack them, and spared an innocent creature's life. But no, straight away in there with a lightsaber, killing it.
There you go.
It flies right into the lightsaber. It's like a bug zapper.
There you go. Preempted the old line.
And then, of course, there's a bunch of other bugs around here that do nothing. They just,
You think one of them would be disturbed at least?
Wayfair Project says, Argos? No, Brown's more of a National Geographic kind of guy. Is that right, Mr. Brown?
No, Argos.
No, he's more of an Argos guy. Okay. What was the? Does anyone remember Index, the rival to Argos?
Yeah,
Didn't last long, did it?
I think that was owned by, was it Littlewoods?
Oh my God, we're really
No longer with us.
good. I just want to wish all our American viewers a good night. Thanks for joining
Bye,
us
everybody. Take care.
tonight. Those obscure British retail outlets. This is what the fucking Acolyte's driven us to, folks.
There is still 4 episodes to go.
Oh God.
Keep reminding
See,
me.
any chance of sending that COVID my way, if you would, good sir? Maybe it'll finish me off.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think we could all do with it again.
So this is the 4th episode, so we're halfway through the season. So that means 90 million has been spent so far.
Yeah, here you go. That's the line about transforming to the Force. Who said that a murdered creature goes into the Force? I don't understand. I didn't understand
No.
this.
Makes no sense.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious though if everything that died in the Star Wars universe got its own Force ghost.
You go in the chat. I'm bailing. This is
Oh
No.
God. No, don't leave us. And anyway, Dave.
I don't blame him. To be fair,
Dave gets us back to the real conversation. He says, talking about Argos and Index and Littlewoods, I figured the equivalent was J.C. Penney's. Would that be right? Would that be the American
I guess
equivalent?
so. Yeah, I guess so.
Department store, mail order catalog. Yeah, that or Sears.
Yeah.
Sears sold a little bit more than just clothing and stuff. They sold, electronics and
Lady
so on.
shaves. Yeah. Oh God, this
Just blast
dialogue
through all this.
continues as we fucking trudge through the forest. But don't worry, folks. We're making our way to Kelnacker's cave, and it's all going to go down
So
there.
we're going to kick off.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, I'm glad they didn't show the fantastic Kelnacker death scene, because otherwise we wouldn't have had time for all these pointless fucking dialogue scenes.
This is just feelings in corridors type shite.
Yep.
Even I recognise this. It's just utter shite.
I miss the good old days of the chanting lesbian force queefage.
She takes like 2 steps towards her here, and you think, oh, here we go.
Oh.
Speaking of here we go.
Hey, look who it is. Hello, Robot Head. How you doing, my friend?
That's the best reception I've ever got. I don't get that at home.
The only one you're going to get. Hello, mate.
Who's this prick?
Robot Head, look, I'm not going to let you get off this easily. Sum up your feelings towards the Acolyte and Leslie Headland in exactly 6 words.
That's way to work it. Which word? Now, you don't like the C word on this show, do you? That gets us in trouble, doesn't it?
You're allowed.
And
No,
is there any other words we're not allowed to use? So, big, fat, lesbian bitch. Yeah, that's 4. Ruined. Can Star Wars be 1 word?
It's 2, sorry, mate.
Yeah, I mean, put a hyphen in between them. Let a man live a little.
Star Wars. You could do it for Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yes.
Put a
No, it's
hyphen in
been,
there. Star Wars.
It's been a joy to watch. This week was fascinating. Just watching conversation after conversation of exposition. It was great.
Well, where have you been for the last 2.5 hours, Robot Head? We're getting to the good part.
No, I was worried I was going to miss out, but then I remembered which show it was, and that, this will go on for days.
We're just fast approaching our favourite part when we see the Wookiee fight, the lightsaber fight with Kelnacker.
Yes,
we've all been waiting.
Imagine seeing a Wookiee with a lightsaber. It'd be amazing.
Wow. Hold on.
Ripping arms off, shitting in heads, just going crazy.
Robot Head, pray tell, the Acolyte, okay, give me your favourite character and your least favourite character, if you would.
Favourite character and least favourite character. Oh, geez, it's early here. I've got to think about this. There's
Could be the
to
same.
narrow it
One
down
of
to
the
just
same.
one. Yord's particularly annoying. He's hard to get behind. So yeah, he might be the worst, and the I think the best character's the tracker.
Oh, Basil.
I'm going with Basil. He's the best
Yeah,
character.
wow,
I think.
okay. That's
Okay.
a little bit of recency bias there, maybe, but okay, we'll let him have it.
What's this guy's name that's on screen now?
Timu Ezra.
Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Team.
Ezra Mira.
He puts me off because he actually does acting during the show, which I don't like. It's like he actually does a bit of acting in his scenes, so that's off-putting.
Really?
Yeah, he makes the rest look bad, doesn't he, by doing that?
Yeah, he's putting an effort in. No one else is.
Yes. Are we calling that he's the one under the mask, or is it going to be one of the mums?
It's the mums. It's got to be one of the mums. I think the misdirect is too obvious to be him. Although, like, they've set it up to make it very convenient if it is him. But there will be no. Then again, I mean, it would be such a terrible decision because there'd be no payoffs and no character investment. It's the kind of thing I can see them doing because it would be the wrong decision.
And I see we're getting near to one of the best parts in Platoon. I saw you talking about this online. The switch that May goes through in a minute, where she changes sides all of a sudden.
Oh dear.
What has anyone worked out the non-weapon thing? What that's all about?
Oh
No.
But she's bitching about not being able to kill Jedi or kill a Wookiee or something like that, and it's like she knows how to use the Force. She's kicked over a table that's about 5 times her own weight easily in a bar, and killed a Jedi afterwards.
Yeah.
And so what's stopping her from using the Force and remotely twisting the Wookiee's head to snap his neck?
Well, it all falls apart. And I had a few people in my comment section on the video for episode 1 saying, no, I think I know Kylo Smilo even said it badly, but what he probably meant was, like, you've got to kill the Jedi in spirit, and you've got to kill them, like, their belief in themselves. Episode 2 comes along and Tommen kills himself. It's like, well, it wasn't that then, was it? Nice try, though.
Oh, dear. Have we had the bug scene yet? Did I miss the bug scene?
Oh, you missed the bug scene. Yes, we go back for you though if you want.
We go back to the start.
We go back to the start. Okay. Resets. Get ready, Brown. You can do the introductions. This
hang on a minute, right? She just said, "I want this more than anything," right?
Yeah.
And then, like 5 minutes later, she says, "Oh, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to go and be a good guy."
What?
It's so weird too that the show's meant to be her seeking revenge, I think, but then it keeps switching to the baddie telling her she has to do it. Like, she's like, if I don't do this, he'll kill me. And it's like, which is it? Like, is it her revenge story, or is it she's under his spell?
It's a good question. Do we think there's a possibility that she may be wanting to join the Jedi so she could assassinate them from the inside, or kill someone from the inside? Perhaps, I don't know. Are they smart enough to be that subversive?
No,
That's the thing.
Definitely
not.
not.
What the writer has said, because as I mentioned earlier, the writer has been responding to people on Twitter, and somebody asked basically this question, saying that it's weird that May has just gone on this character flip. All this time she's been trying to kill Jedi for revenge. Now she's saying, I don't want to do that anymore. The person says, like, why is she even killing Jedi in the first place? I assume she wanted revenge. Does her sister being alive remove her thirst for revenge? I'm having trouble understanding how one goes from death to the Jedi to for the Republic, screw the Acolyte guy so quickly. And the writer said, no, she's not good in that moment. She's just tired of this pointless pointless missions. It's a professional writer, okay? You can't spell grammar right. Super tired of this pointless missions and errands her master is making her do. I think the revenge that fueled her isn't quite the same once she knows Osha is alive. So the writer of the show has just said that the missions the main antagonist has been going on are pointless fucking nonsense, and they've got tired of them, so we're now going to drop it. Great. Fantastic. I have bookmarked that for when it is inevitably deleted from the record forever, but yeah.
And it sounds like someone that hates the show making fun of it, not the actual writer of the show.
I know.
Yeah, it does. Writer trolling herself. I just want to highlight some of the fantastic dialogue we get in this fabulous series. So here we go. It's not a test. It's impossible. It's not impossible. You know that. I want this more than anything, but it's impossible. This is real fucking dialogue, folks. Real shit I had to sit through on a nice sunny day when I could have been out walking the dog. I had to watch this fucking shit and then come on here and regurgitate this shit all over again, live it back again.
It's something so basic. We don't know what this is, and this is our antagonist. We don't know what the antagonist actually wants, because if it's revenge, then she can do that, and she's already been going around doing that. She's been killing Jedi in any way she knows how, and that's been working. So there is another kind of this she must be referring to, which we just don't understand. And now she's going to drop it because fuck it, and I don't think it will ever be explained. So who knows?
Is the this doing it without a weapon? Is that the bit that's the this?
But why? Why would she want that more than taking revenge on the Jedi who killed her family?
Yes. I don't think we're ever going to get the answer of this. But also, she's the same person that, like, her power and her confidence just goes up and down. Like, the very first scene was her just taking a Jedi on in the middle of a bar, come at me with all your force, killed her with a kitchen knife, and now she's sort of questioning whether she can go through with this.
Yeah, she waited until she got into the middle of the fucking forest to start having these doubts as well. Not on the ship on the way over.
And how scary is this forest? Like, they talked about how bounty hunters won't go in there, but then Basil's just running around on his own. He seems fine. Like, one bug's flying at them. Doesn't seem the scariest forest. I think the Wizard of Oz had a scarier forest.
Yeah.
Was it ever explained why they parked about 50 miles away and hiked all the way there? I mean, they could have just dropped her off from above into the forest.
The old classic maneuver.
Yeah. It's not as if we haven't seen Jedi leaping from a hovering ship before. I mean, to and from. So yeah.
And I couldn't have been the only one that thought of Basil Brush as soon as they said Basil. Not in this company.
Oh,
Basil
God, yes. I didn't know you'd be familiar with him, Robot Ed. Did you get a
yes.
bit of Basil Brush down your end?
Well, growing up, we got a lot of the BBC.
That sounds very painful, Ruin, what you just said.
Yep, Basil Brush up the rear end, yes. The old caloric irrigation. Anyway, nice establishing shot here. Someone's got the high ground. And he's gone, isn't he? Basil's gone.
I don't understand what's going on here. This makes no sense. They're all Jedi, practically, and none of them can sense his presence or have any skills in tracking whatsoever.
Okay.
Well, Disney Star Wars for you.
Some of the sets look like Land of the Lost. Like, those rocks look so fake there. I'm still trying to work out where the money's gone.
Catering.
Apparently the SNP were in charge of the finances for the Acolyte, so I'm sure it's all in order. Oh, that's one for you, Brian, if you're listening, my old friend. Enjoy your holidays.
There's something about the line "We've lost Basil" that just sounds incredibly un-Star Wars. It's just it doesn't fit. We lost Basil.
That's very Faulty Towers, isn't it?
It is.
Basil.
We've lost Artoo.
But none of the names sound right. Like, it all sounds wrong. The planets sound wrong. Everyone's name sounds wrong, and then it's Basil.
Where's Brian when you need him? I need a prunella
Enjoying
scale.
himself.
Yes, go on, Brian. Brownie. Give us this line in your best. Give us this line in your best Filipino trapped in a mudslide in the last fleeting moments of life. Perfect. Perfect. Anyway, back
You were
to
saying about the
forest.
Jedi sensing things. When she says help, everyone hears it, don't they? All the Jedis hear it as well.
Yeah.
So they're like walking virtually next to each other.
Yeah.
And no one's picking up on it.
No.
He's caught in Is it Kalnaka's lasso thing?
Yeah.
Is it Kalnaka's or is it Maze?
I thought the implication it was Maze, because May shares help and like lures him to it. Maybe Kalnaka set it up, but she lures him into it and then gets him. But then she doesn't kill him or anything. She leaves him alive, which is, I think, is only done so we can all say, "Oh, I wonder if he's Smilo Ran."
Mm-hmm.
It's weird in the next bit too, because the Jedi walk what looks like to be the exact same area, and he's not hanging there. But it's like 2 seconds later. It really did make me miss the lesbian witches this episode.
Oh
It
god,
was just so boring.
Yeah, but that was quite entertaining, that episode, really, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. You had a bit of
Yeah.
a Madam Web feel to it, but this episode.
So this was the character motivations were confusing me here, because I think this is the point where she decides she's going to hand herself in, but
It was a hot swap, wasn't it?
she shits all over the one guy who's been loyal to her, and she leaves him literally hanging. I mean, God, make it make sense, someone. I don't know what's going on.
But also he's like, they'll put you in jail. This is murder, and she's like, not when I tell them what I know. She has someone like that, and it's like, no,
You
it doesn't
still
work that
murdered
way.
2 Jedi.
Yes, you're right, Z.
It's the whole thing, isn't it? Where women just don't have any accountability. It's like Scarlet Witch and She-Hulk, and
WandaVision.
they commit all these crimes and these terrible deeds, and none of them have to pay for it.
In this jungle setting, it was the same with the bugs. When that one flew at them, I thought, oh, all the bugs on the trees are going to start moving, and they're going to have to say, we've got to get out of here. But no, just
Starship
one bug.
Troopers. That'd been great.
Yeah, like here with him hanging there, you think there'd be at least a scene of him scared that there was something coming through the bushes to him. Like, it'd be just so easy to make it more spacey and exciting and scary, and they don't do any of that.
We'll get that in the next episode, because these two were supposedly written side by side, and just sort of arbitrarily cut up before release. So they've set up that the bugs are attracted to the light, and they've set up the bugs are there. So I would expect to see that in the next episode, which means we probably won't get it. But you're right. Otherwise, they should be using that stuff.
That clunky line where it was attracted to the light, just said for no reason. We must be heading back there.
Not after I tell them who I know. Is that a balls up, or is that a...
I thought
I
it was
heard it.
I know.
So did I. I thought it was what? Maybe she said who, but I don't think it is.
Doesn't make sense, but then nothing does in this program. He's still hanging upside down. But no, she's all set on, well, basically, as they say in the wrestling business, making a face turn, isn't she? A heel to face turn.
Yeah, but wrestling puts more thought into story work than Star Wars does these days.
And it's entertaining.
And there's some action choreography. Yeah.
Well, just to point out that line she just threw out there, I don't think he could get here without a guide. Well, you fucking did. So how can he not? He could obviously just walk into the forest and you'll end up there eventually. That's what you did. It'll be fine.
Well, hadn't the Asian guy been there before?
I don't think well, he said in episode 2 that he'd found out where Kelnaka was. I don't think he's been there before.
When they first landed, there was something about him saying how she was like, who'd you do it for? And he said, to help you. And he'd already been here to go find out exactly where he was. So I think he knew where they were heading.
Okay. But he got there and Kelnaka didn't kill him or
No.
No, okay.
He just peeked through the window, had a bit of a wank and then left.
Standard brownie maneuvers. Okay, well, Sol is going to lead the charge, but he wants good twin, good sister to take a back seat.
I feel different. I sense things again in a way that gives me the courage to face her.
No, that's Osha. This is Osha.
Osha.
It's Osha telling us that the script has decided she has the Force again.
How was the only guy that can't speak English delivering the best lines or doing the best line delivery?
Best acting.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
And then, I think he says after this, when we get back to the ship, I'll tell you what really happened. There you go. Yeah. Once we get made to the ship, I'll explain everything. So, but why haven't you already done that? You've been on the ship together loads of times. Why are you bringing this up now?
Tell her
obviously
now.
Something bad has happened.
Question. If she's in the middle of this really thick... Go back.
Back, you say?
Just one slide.
Yeah.
She's in the middle of this really thick, dense jungle. Yeah. You can see the sun behind her. How does that work?
Well, there's a gap just all the way through. Just
convenient gap.
Mm-hmm. She must be on top of a hill there, and it's just a gap all the way. Didn't look like she was, but she must be.
Okay.
Are you ready? It's time for the fight scene. The Wookiee with the
Oh, the
lightsaber.
fight scene. Okay, look.
This
my
was
God.
the one highlight of the thing. Are we going to do the
300
super chats or the
odd man
fights?
babies. Yeah, let's do
Brilliant.
super chat because we want to make sure we digest fully the fight scene. So yes, let's do that.
Go on then.
Oh,
Oh, do you want me to do the doodah?
stitch me up there, haven't you? Okay, look, here we go. Obi-Wan
Did we do
Darkseid.
this one?
Oh, God, I'm not touching that. Go on, Robot Head. You're new to the party. Why don't you
Given
take
it's a
this one?
show, given it's a show by laser beams, can we say frothing at the gash instead of chomping at the bit?
Gash!
That was made for Robot Head, wasn't it?
Yes.
I hope
He
he's getting
practiced
his
that as
money's
kids
worth
screaming
tonight.
it out car windows. Show us your gash.
Looks like a fellow cyclist. I like that. Did we do this one? Oh,
It's gone now.
There we go. Here we go. We're like Osha and May, aren't we, Brown?
We are. Z, gold coloured. You available, mate? Please.
I am an old cranky gamer for $20. Says, notice how no Jedi says, "May the Force be with you" in this show, and the character here is named May. How much you want to bet the meaning of the phrase changes?
That is not
Ooh.
true because Green Bean says it at the end, toward the end of episode 1, when Squid Game goes off to rescue Osha. She says, "May the Force be with you."
Yeah, and besides, we figured out that these two twins are named after some frickin' hippie aromatherapy soap. So
Yes, Osha May in Canada is a beauty shop. I wonder if Leslie Headland's shop's there.
That new poster looked like it was for one of those shops.
It's a great naming convention. I do that all the time whenever I'm struggling for character names. I just look around the room and, what I see is, well, I've got Kawhi and Johnny Walker are the protagonists in my next production.
Did you like how she's this, well, she's not a Jedi, but she can kill Jedi. She's been trained, and she just falls flat in her face walking towards the Wookiee's hut there, just crashes straight down. And again, I thought there was going to be something on the ground that had grabbed her, or there was going to be some sort of gas that was knocking her out. But no, she just fell over like a fuckwit.
And got hit by internet gas. Oh, look at that.
I do quite like
Smilex, everybody.
Basil. Basil is quite funny.
He would have been funnier if he had he was actually voiced instead of squeaking and sounded like Danny Dyer. I'd really appreciate that.
Well, it's coming to a bit of a head here, and we are going to see, I'm sure, a fantastic finale. Master Kelnacker. So
she's going to his hut.
She's gone into his hole, yes, and
to surrender.
To surrender. He surrendered. Yes, you're right. Well, Artoo, why don't you narrate this scene for us? So she's arrived at the Kelnacker hole.
Yeah,
and here's Kelnacker. What's going on?
Did we miss something? Did we skip a bit?
Yeah, there was an entire scene where Darth Smilex was fighting Kelnacker.
Yeah, it was amazing. I remember it.
Oh, the fight scene. Did you?
I must have zoned out when that was going on.
Yeah, there's no way he was killed off screen.
No.
I must have missed that. I did have to feed the cats, so
that's probably when you missed it, Brown.
Yeah, okay.
Killed off screen.
Sorry,
I should say by a fairly minor-ish scratch to the chest, as opposed to anything else. Like he wasn't impaled; he was just slightly
impaled, not
flesh wound,
not beheaded.
Yeah,
no missing limbs. There's just a sparkly scar across.
And the
chest.
smell
Looked
of
like it barely cut through the hair.
Yeah,
there'd be another layer down to there.
Maybe the smell of burnt fur killed him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Thought
He's
he was
just
having
asleep.
a stroke.
Didn't even wake him.
Have we seen the wounded Wookiee, or is that? Did you cut that bit out, Brown?
No, there's just one scene. He's
one
slumped in the chair with his fur, kind of his hair.
The axe
smoldering.
wound. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Earlier, the green penis woman said that he's posted there. He's to his post. Like, why would he be posted there?
Yeah, in a crashed starship in the middle of a forest, and then he doesn't speak to them for a year, and they think this is absolutely fine because the cell towers are down, so he has no phone reception. Yeah, none of it makes any sense at all. But
and it was meant to be a relaxing retreat at one stage as well. Keeps changing while he's there.
Anyway, here comes Voldemort.
So the situation we're in now is, and we are nearing the end of this abomination. We've got evil twin in Kelnacker's hole, where we've just discovered Kelnacker's dead. We've got good twin in the forest with the Jedi gang, and now we've got someone appearing.
It's Darth
Hang
on.
Smilex.
Did
There
we
he
skip the
is.
flying down scene, or did I
Yeah,
just
I
not
think
see
we
it?
did. Yeah. Well, tell us, Robot, how does he actually make his appearance? For those who are not watching this shite.
Well, he does a Mary Poppins and floats down. But can they fly now? Some idiot online said, I love that they're doing things out of the cartoons. You know, Doku or someone flew down at some stage. It's like, yeah, that's what we need. More cartoon physics in Star Wars. But like, what's the flying? I know they can jump, but it just looked ridiculous.
He kind of drifts in like some kind of cheap, bad horror villain, and then we get the close up. And well, Z, I must come back to Z. What are you making of this guy, Z, the old zipper mouth? You like him?
Oh, I still think it's a misdirect. I think you're led to believe that it's Temu Esmeralda. I still think it's Horny Mother, who's not really dead.
I think it's Horny Mother.
Yep.
It looks like if you just duck down a little bit, he'd lose track of you, or she would. Like, because that slit's so narrow that all you got to do is move down a little bit and won't be able to see you anymore.
That's what she said.
Oh, look at this! It's like the old LGBT flag of lightsabers.
I was going to change the colours of the sabers to match. But
I think they look worse now that they're using actual glow sticks, because they have changed it, haven't they? So they're no longer superimposing the color after. They actually are using props that emit the light from inside them. I think it looks shit compared to how they used to look. It just doesn't look as, I don't know. There's something about the light quality is just not the same.
Right. So practical isn't doing it
in this instance. No, probably not working quite as well.
Are we allowed to jump back, or you just don't want to be here all night?
No, of course we can.
Can we jump back another couple?
Oh no, I can't go that far. Come on, be real. No, there you go. Just for you.
Keep going.
Okay, well, you're taking the piss.
Well, I just want to show back. I think it's one more. I just want to show that all the Jedi look at the Jedi's response to protecting this woman. This guy's just walked up out of nowhere, straight up, and got right in her face, and they're still just all standing there doing nothing. It's like their Jedi senses are really letting them down.
Well,
like how close were they? Were they going to wait till he stabbed her?
No, they saw that outfit and they were waiting to hear pronouns and a safe word before they moved in.
That's all I wanted to say. You can move forward again. That made me laugh how they did nothing the whole time while he walked up.
Looks like Venom a little bit there. You know, Venom.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, is it just me, or do the hands of this individual look rather unladylike?
Well, that's a giveaway, isn't it? You can always tell by the hands.
They do the hand gesture, and she flies off, doesn't she? If you can't quite make it out, the force push thing.
Don't forget, though, they are lesbian hands. So,
oh yeah,
it's like a force queef.
Oh, dexterous.
Internet Help Desk has just got some commentary on the military tactics used by the Jedi. He says they put the underage Padawans at the front. Yes, that's a good observation.
No, it's the South Park approach. Operation Get Behind the Darkie.
Yeah.
So the Sith dude or dudette draws his sword as such, and then the Jedi react, eventually dash forward, and then we get, we've waited half an hour of boring dialogue. Maybe we're thinking, will we see the Wookiee in action? No, he's dead, he's gone. Here comes the Sith guy, surely we'll see some action. And all we get's a measly old fucking force push. And that's your
You say measly, it's quite a big force push.
Super effective.
It's a big force push, yes.
Evaded.
And that's your lot. That's your fucking lot. It's all over.
It wasn't even an aftermath of that moment. It was just cut right there and roll credits. That was it.
How long have they been making this show? They first talked about it years ago, didn't they?
4 years in the making.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the design of. Is there a name for the bad dude with the helmet?
Smilo Ren.
Yeah, Smilo Ren. And like when you first saw Darth Maul, like everyone was like, "Oh my fucking god, that looks so lethal and he looks so cool." Why are they just doing bloody Kylo Ren again? Like, why is there just no one there wanting to design a new character?
Say that again. Kylo Ren again. That was quite good.
Begin again. Like, it's just where the laziness appears, it just blows my mind. Like, isn't there someone down there who wants to design some cool new character?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. You think they'd have loads of at least unused production designs that would probably be 5 times as good as this thing, you know?
Yeah,
we don't know the character's name yet because, I mean, they haven't released the action figure. So obviously releasing the action figure is going to reveal something about the character. So they're going to save that until the first season's ended, I'm sure. And then we'll know after that. But yeah, they, them, whoever it is.
When you get the action figure, you'll take the helmet off and it'll be Kylo Ren's head under there, just being just with a sticker on it to look like a different person.
Darth, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Powerful leader.
Smash the patriarchy, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we made it, folks. Some said we couldn't make it through this dirge, and I've got to be honest, I had my doubts, but we did make it. So why don't we get some closing thoughts? Episode 4, and let's keep an open mind. We're halfway through, so why
Shall
don't we
quickly say though? Sorry, Roo. People in the chat, have you seen it? Marks out of 10.
Oh, of course. Come on, get the marks flowing.
Flash them
Chat.
up.
Yep, you keep your eye on that, Brownie. Let's go. Let's go, Z. Kick us off, Z. I'll tell you what, Z. Give us your scores for each episode to date, if you will, because we have missed you, Z.
2, 1, 0. After this week's episode, I am enthused and looking forward to inventing a time machine so I can go back in time and beat lesbian headlamps' parents to death with a steel bar. So this television show never, ever gets made.
Maybe you already did because she looks pretty deformed anyway.
Oh my God. How many times do you think I've already tried this?
Well, Swappers, why don't you take over? We know you've been less than generous with your scores so far. Well, where does this episode rank in the grand scheme?
Well, last week I think I said maybe, I can't remember what it was now. It was either 2 or a 3. And that was a pretty disastrous episode, but at least it was kind of entertaining in car crash fashion. But this one's not even that, really. It does nothing but destroy George Lucas's lore with the Ki-Adi-Mundi thing. It's got pronouns in there, which is unforgivable. Stupid rat squirrel, he, them, and just completely tedious dialogue. Terrible acting, absolutely no emoting whatsoever from any of the, apart from maybe Ezra Miller. But I don't think anyone else really is bothered by the show. They're all sort of standing around just waiting for the paycheck.
Yes,
It's
but it
tough
does
to give it
give hope
anything.
to fanfic writers.
Yeah, well,
across the world.
it does. I mean, at least there's loads of fanfickers out there that are just sort of thinking like, oh, wow, if this gets a 180 million budget, I'm in with a chance, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can only give it like half for this episode. It was just solo effort, and like we said earlier on, it's pure filler. It doesn't need to exist, this episode, at all. You could do everything in this episode in 5 minutes, and we had to sit through 28 of the bastards. So yeah, no forgiveness.
Wow. Okay. Artoo, what are your thoughts? And Artoo, if you would, similar to Z, let's have your previous scores as well. So you're in reverse order from episode 1 straight right up to date.
I think the first couple episodes I gave a 3 just because I figured it definitely needed some room to get worse. And yeah, I gave I think a 1 to last week's episode. This would be a 0. This is there's nothing worse than being boring and dull and uninteresting. And this was all of those things combined. This was a mess. And then there's this potential lightsaber fight that or something, some sort of confrontation with the Wookiee Jedi that we were supposed to get that we don't see that. Like it's awful. So yeah, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to hear Master Squid Game tell us what happened when he was in the Vagina Fortress with Osha's moms when they were researching force scissoring right before they died. That's all I want.
Okay, well, let's go to the man with the head of a robot. Robot Head, please tell us your scores for episodes 1 through 4.
Well, I think, which I was on here for one of them, wasn't I? I think I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
You've always got to give yourself some space. Was that the first one?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that was a 3. And then I think we went to I think I'd go 2.5 to 3 for the second episode. Just, again, leaving myself room. Then the third episode, that's a hard one to judge because the entertainment value was through the roof, just being on Twitter laughing at it. So, but if you're watching it to enjoy Star Wars, I think that would have to be a 2, I'm saying. Yeah, I think I'll go with the 2. Again, leave myself room. And just for boredom, I'll give it 1 for Basil. I'd give Basil 1. And then would.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, that shot of him, the right height, mouth open. He looked very, very charming. So I think 1 this week because it just the boredom of it was just terrible. Yeah. So there was just nothing to enjoy. It was probably, I think it was the hardest episode to get through. Mm-hmm. And it might have been the shortest so far, hasn't it been? I think
it definitely was. Yeah. Shortest and the longest at the same time, weirdly. Brownie, let's get your thoughts briefly before we go to Geordie and we'll wrap this shit up.
Last week's episode was a tough act to follow. Again, yeah, it was fun last week, but not if you're a Star Wars fan.
Not intentionally so.
But am I correct, Brownie? You gave it 5. Did I hear that correctly?
The production, blah, blah, blah. I must have been feeling,
God.
I don't know. I must have been nauseous.
It must have come through those mushrooms growing down the backyard again.
Yeah.
No, it's the slimline G&T that he keeps drinking with his flat tonic water.
No alcohol tonight. This was tedious AF. Doing the slides, just not a lot going on, not much of anything decent, but it just took so long to do. And it just kept repeating the same shite over and over again. Just a slog. And it was just boring. Just boring. And there's 4 more episodes to go. Fucking hell, it's going to be difficult next week. They've just lost any enthusiasm we had for this.
Yeah,
just
the wheels
gone. It's just gone.
Officially
It's
off.
gone. It's gone.
What score are you giving this episode, Brown?
3.
3?
That's very generous, Brown, for
God.
an episode of television that it breaks existing law.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. I'm Star Trek. You see, is that too generous then?
Incredibly generous, but you do
Would 2 be more? Okay. Would 2 be more? 2.
Don't let us influence your bad decisions.
Well, you guys know what you're on about. I don't. So yeah,
two more than the average fucking shill would give it. But anyway, you know that's
2.
okay.
2 out of 10, folks. Plus, will come after me. So 2.
Okay. We'll finish with Geordie. I'll just quickly add in. Honestly, this was. I was going to say 30 of the worst minutes of TV I've seen in a long time. It wasn't even 30 minutes. I think as Melvin said, it worked out about 27 minutes. It was utterly fucking boring, pointless fucking dialogue. Nothing happened. The one interesting thing they decided not to show us was the Wookiee's death. Really, I mean, after last week's comedy, unintentional comedy, we just had a shit fest of boredom. I think I gave 1 last week. This is a 0. It's actually fucking terrible. But anyway, I know a man who can sum this up for us perfectly. Chordy, please take us home.
I'm slightly concerned because, like Robothead, I think I started by giving like episode 1 and 2 a 3 in the expectation I would need like lower scores with which to go for later episodes. I don't think starting at 3 was low. It was like high enough though, because I need more numbers. I can't give last week's a 2 and this week's a 1 because I fully expected to get even worse than that several times. So I might retroactively say 5, 5, 3, no 5, 5, 4, 3, and then I'll give this one a 2. And then at least I've still got 2 numbers to go to for the 4 episodes that remain. So yeah, I'll change it. I'll give it 2.
That was my biggest concern, giving it 1. Is like, where do I go? Because I know it's going to get worse.
So in Chordy's twisted logic, the worse these episodes get, the higher the score the earlier episodes get. Wow,
It's quite clever, actually, if you think about it. It's a shame the Rotten Tomato score doesn't work that way, but yes.
Okay. Well, Brownie, what do the people say? What was the average in the chat?
Very low. I think we're doing 1s and 2s, mainly 1s.
Okay.
And 0s, excuse me. Lots of 0s. So I'll probably just say 1 out of 10 average.
Oh, we're just going average 1.
Shite, everybody. I think we got 1 super chat.
Yeah, there might be a couple actually, but go on, get those.
Hold on, here we go. Flopmeister for $2. Thanks, Mr. B and panel. Always better than the show.
God, it's not a high bar, is it?
You'd want it to be.
I think that's it. There's no more.
Is there not one by Obi-Wan, or is that we've done that one? Oh, we've done that
Should
one.
we do it again? Yeah, do that again.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. Flash it up.
Start
Go
again.
on.
Okay, let's do this again. Here we go. Go on, Brown.
Obi-Wan Darkside for 5.
Not in your voice, Brown. No. Let's roll out the Jamaican. You're making me crazy.
Obi-Wan Darkside, €5. Given it's a show by laser beams, can we say frothing at the gash instead of chomping at the bits? Irie?
Oh, he's freestyled at the end.
Mom.
Well, there we go, folks. So look, we're halfway through. We're halfway there. We're living on a queef. Are we coming back next week, Brown? We're going to call it a day.
More.
Why are we even not hesitating? Of course we're coming back. What are you talking about?
It's not reached that
halfway through a
stage.
show.
Yeah, you're right. You're quite right. If the Lord is infused for this, we need to do it. Yes.
Okay.
Stuff
The
will
Lord
happen in the
says.
next episode, and that's almost certain to be very funny when it does. So
Yeah,
I'm
wouldn't
looking
it be
forward to
amazing if it was like a time travel episode where they kind of go into the future and put all the wrongs right and everything's back to normal, and we didn't watch it. Anyway, moving on.
Well, I just want to say this episode is dedicated to Kiadimundi and his may his reputation rest in peace, because he's been absolutely fucking character assassinated by this show. But
He's gonna have a shock when he gets born later and figures out what he got up to.
I think Robot went.
No, he's gone. Oh, good God. Okay, well, we'll catch up with him later. It's no problem. Okay, Brown, why don't you close us down by saying all the usual shit?
Okay.
Thank the man babies, thank the retrobates, and thank God it's over.
Thank you, chat. We don't deserve you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats, the interaction, and just for being there, listening to us just despair. Chat, you are wonderful. We'll see you next time. I will thank the guests. Iced Tea Cake Republic Enemy. Thank you.
You're welcome, Brown. Thank you very much to the panel. Thanks to the chat. You've been extremely amusing tonight. Look forward to coming back next week for absolute shite again of this just bullshit that Lucasfilm are churning out. But at least this stream's a lot more entertaining for a weekly installment than what we're getting from Star Wars anyway.
Just mate. Professor Artoo.
Whoa. Wow.
Well, thanks for the invite. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably with a lot of people out here saying I would not be getting through this disastrous pile of shit that this show is without us here to make fun of it. And so, I look forward to each Wednesday.
We don't want to make fun of it, though. We want to love it, don't
Wouldn't
we?
it be amazing to be back here talking about how much we loved this new episode of Star Wars and how great those fight scenes were and how wonderful the characters were? That would be absolutely amazing.
Just not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Good to have you on.
Yeah.
Zee-ThreePIO. Good to have you back,
Thanks
mate.
for having me back. It's good not to have the vids anymore. So great to see everybody on the panel, everyone in the chat. Thank you for attending. And wow, let's look forward to next week's.
Oh, yes. Dark Sith Lord, Little Platoon.
Always a pleasure.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's way better than actually watching the episode, which I now have to go away and do because I need to write the script for it. Fuck knows what I'll come up with for this one, because there's not much to work with. But I'm sure we'll find a way.
I'm sure you'll manage 2 hours. And last but by no means least,
There we go.
Ruin the Man Baby.
Yep, there's the face reveal, folks. That's who's inside the old zipper mouth gimp character. Yes, look, hey, we got there, Brown. It was a bit of a slog, but
He was, mate.
we, with the power of many, we got through it, and I wonder what we're going to get next week. I can barely wait. Just 6 more sleeps, folks.
Okay, we have a super chat at the death. Ruin, do you want to do it, mate?
Yes. Look, either I'm pissed or he is. I don't know, but it says something like Umberavababaru Jurak Adisiparin.
Ran out of channel names. $5.
Oh. I either don't get the joke. I mean, they're so blind drunk.
He's
I can't.
Asian.
Just
That's
looks
what he
like
is. He's being an Asian.
Collection of letters, but
it's Umberavabaru Jurak Discipline. He's being racist. That's what he's doing. It's fun.
Oh, you're trying to
That's
stitch
the channel
me up
gone,
there.
everybody. Robot Head, they're after me. Internets have died. And cheers, Robot. Great to have you on, my friend.
Send your death threats to @Ruin the Man Baby on Twitter, and I'll add them to my portfolio.
Okay. I think that's it, folks.
Yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Peeps, don't forget, press the thumbs up. Helps the channel grow. I think that's it. We'll see you next time. See you at the weekend, everybody.
Bye,
Good night,
everyone.
babies.
Bye.
This off.
Fuck